And we're off.
Action.
Well,
Hey, look, we're all back.
all two of us for the minute.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the Pacifist Podcast. We've had a week off. We feel there should be an explanation before we get any further. Well, I feel there should be an explanation. I'm talking on Sam's behalf, but I'm sure he feels the same.
Go for it.
Effectively, what's happened is real life's got a bit in the way. I've had to move house, which has obviously played absolute ball ache with my internet situation. At the moment, I'm making do on a mobile network. So if today's episode gets a bit choppy here and there, we do apologize, but we've tested it. We've just been talking for about an hour and it does seem to work-ish. So we're going to forge on ahead. Get part 2 done out of the way. Carry on talking about the kids, and then we should be hopefully by the time next episode comes around, I should actually have real life broadband.
Yeah, and well, if you've got any complaints, you can address them to we don't give a fuck at england.co.uk. Is that how you send letters these days? I don't know.
Pretty much. Just write it down on a piece of paper, throw it out the window, it'll get to us, don't worry.
Yeah, exactly. Royal Mail are very reliable.
You should know, you're a postman.
Very, very reliable.
I'm assuming that's how you collect most of your mail, is just like scrumpled up bits of paper on the floor.
That's usually old people just coming up to me, Mr. Postman, you can say this. Oh, yeah, you're old, sure. If it was a young person, I'm like, no, go use the fucking postbox, you lazy cunts. Anyway, welcome to the Pacifist Podcast.
Yeah, quite. So today we're doing the concluding part of our Tales of Children. And
Tales of Children sounds so bad. It sounds like a 1910 book by some pervert. Tales of Children. That's not right.
Tales of Children by Roger Winslow.
Yeah.
I just made that name up, by the way. I don't know anyone called Roger Winslow, and they're probably not a paedophile. They might be. I don't know. I've not met them yet. But
I think it'll be on the shelf next to Lolita, and maybe Leon. Leon? No.
Yeah,
Leon.
Yeah.
The Hitman film.
And,
because the book of that's a bit peedy, isn't it?
Hard Candy, that's another one.
Hard Candy, yeah.
What a great film that
Who was that chick in it who's now a boy? Who's made me question my sexuality quite a lot.
Elliot Fanning.
Elliot, dead name.
Fanning.
You'll get...
No, yes. I was just trying to remember what he was calling himself now, but I can only remember his female name. so if I remember that, I remember it sounded kind of like the female name. So I that's how my logic works. But yeah,
what would your female name be, Mushu? When you transition, what are you going to go for?
Probably have to be Andrea, wouldn't it? Just so I can keep the initial Annette.
Does it have to? Do you have to just for the ease?
I don't know.
Just like for signature purposes.
Possibly. I don't.
I'm quite.
You can completely reinvent yourself. I could be fucking Sharon if I wanted to.
Sharon, lovely.
I'm not fucking Sharon. if my missus is listening, I don't know who Sharon is, and I'm not fucking her.
I'm all right. My name's unisex, isn't it? It's like yellow. It can be a boys or a girls, or potatoes.
I've never met a boy or a girl called Yellow. But no. You're right. You could do, I guess.
It works for everyone.
Yeah, I mean Andy. Technically, I know women called Andy.
Well, Andy McDowell, she's
exactly
a lady.
I was going to say Minnie Driver as well then for some reason, but that would be completely random and nothing to do with anything. I don't know why that popped into my head.
Have you noticed they're wearing a white hoodie, by the way, like a pimp?
I have seen that, yeah.
Yeah, Godzilla. So you know how I get my random ass clothes sent to me through the internet? Yeah, well, this one was a massive fail. Because who the fuck wants a white hoodie? I thought, kids, for fuck's sake. This is the first time I've worn it. I was like, I'm going to wear it once because no doubt in 3 seconds, kids aren't even here. It's going to be covered in chocolate or shit.
I think you'll be all right with it. I think you're all right on the podcast with it. I mean, just stick to drinking water or milk or something. Nothing that you can spill down it. No bolognese.
So not a can of Pepsi Max or a whiskey then?
Nope, that's out. That's out.
Well, now I'm a bit disappointed because I want to drink both of those, Mushu.
Well,
do you know what? Fuck you. I'm not being told what to do by you.
Yeah,
fuck you.
Who the hell do I think I am? Fucking hell, you're not my kid. I'm not your dad.
No, you're not. And actually, this does bring me brilliantly into the latest tale of what my dumbass daughter has done lately. Because I've had her shouting that at me all weekend. Because, would you like to hear?
Please do. Please go ahead.
Wonderful. That little wanker charged 30 quid to my bank account through my Xbox. They have my Xbox so they can play Minecraft and all those other wonderful shit games. And I go, and Vicky, their mum, was like, "Oh, can you send me some money for bus fare?" I was like, yeah, no problem. I load up and I'm like, where the fuck's all my money gone? And like, my PlayStation's come out, the Xbox Live has come out, and then there's 30 quid's worth of random charges. And like, bearing in mind, I don't really have time to play games at the moment. So that 30 quid that comes out to keep all of this shit working is a bit of a ball ache, and I don't really like it. And then to see another 30 quid has come out.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck? So I go spastic. I send some money over anyway, because they still got to go to school. I'm not going to be like, right, well, you can't go to school then. You know what that is, Mushu? That's a piece of chocolate. That's a piece of fucking chocolate. I had the kids around this weekend. I told you, I'm not going to last. This hoodie is going to be filthy in about 3 seconds.
Yeah, you're fucking
anyway,
doomed, mate.
So I go mental. Yeah, I am doomed. I'm like, what the fuck? As text message. And then I sent another one after, and I was like, and you can read this out to the kids. Anyway, I have a conversation with her. So I went mental. It was Daisy. She bought Roblox.
Roblox.
Something from Roblox and something. Yeah, well, whatever. She bought money, and I am absolutely against that kind of thing. I don't think paying for aesthetic stuff for games is a mugs game. It's how they make their money, and I keep trying to drum them into it that it's a con. It's you're a smart player if you don't buy those things. But you know, she's 7. She's like, oh, I want to put a little tiara hat on my avatar. I was like, you play in first person, you douchebag. You can't even fucking see it. It doesn't fucking matter. Yeah. Anyway, it drives me fucking insane. Well, and to this day, I've never spent money on aesthetic stuff for anything gaming wise.
Oh, I have before. I will do sometimes.
Wanker.
But the thing is, I'm an adult and I can make that decision. And I know it's a waste of money because every now and then, as an adult, you're allowed to waste a little bit of money if you want to.
Well,
you know,
no, I can't. She wasted all of mine.
Well, yeah, you can't. But yeah, do you know what I did with my kids to stop that from happening? When I introduced them to the PlayStation, the very first night, I've let them play. And as I was setting it up, I'm like, hang on. And they're like, what? And I've gone on to my order history. And I'm like, someone's bought something. Someone's bought something on my account. I blame Jesus. I said that I'd given Jesus my login details. And I said, he's bought something on my account, 3 quid without asking me. And I've told the boys that I went mental at him and gave him such a bollocking because I was like, if he'd asked me, I would have given him that 3 quid straight away, but he didn't. So yeah, he got a bollocking. The kid's like, oh, all right. And so far they know that I can check. It was more about the fact that I'm letting them know that I know if something's been bought on there. So they're not going to get away with it.
Yeah, you're much smarter than I.
It's not about being smart. It's just literally survival techniques. Like if you get thrown in a pit with a shit ton of lions, soon enough you either die or you learn to live with the lions. It's one of those things. It's not clever. It's just purely trying to survive kids.
Well, I've always been. I like to think fairly generous on the gaming front. If they want something, I'm quite happy to give them a little job to do, and then they can have it. You know, like map packs and stuff. I don't mind. I
forget you get them working for it. I love that so much.
Daisy did not get off scot-free, so she got a bollocking in the morning, and I pick them up from school. And Freddie, as always, little angel. He's a little angel, isn't he? He's a little angel.
God bless Freddie.
God bless Freddie. So I pick them up from school on that day, and Daisy comes out and her head's down, and she's like, I'm so sorry I stole £20 from you, Daddy. Because at this point in time, a £10 charge hadn't come out. It wasn't until I got them home and I checked, and now there's a password on the Xbox, so they can't even log into the fucking thing without the password.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, can you not just? And I was like, no, because you're a fucking thief. Anyway. So she's like, I know I've got a punishment coming. Just when I get home, I'll go straight into the bathroom, which sounds more nefarious than it is. I normally just make her clean the bathroom. It's nothing like American. I'm not going to like paddle her or anything like that. And I was like, no. I was like, that benefits mummy. You've stolen from me, Daisy. I was like, you're doing something for me. And I was like, at the time, it was £20, as I say. It wasn't until I got home. I was like, you little fucker. It's £30. She did a £5 charge on the Friday. I didn't notice because it doesn't come out on the same day.
Yeah.
And then the next day, she did a further 25 quid and she got ballsy. She did £5 here, another £5, another £5. And then she was just like, fuck it, I'll have a tenner. Just fucking charge a fucking £10 out. It's like, you little fucking wanker. And it's the exact same sort of thing I'd have done. I'd have tried it. And if I got away with it, I'd have definitely done it again. But she's been fucking caught out. So I was like, you owe me 6 hours hard graft. And she's like, what? And I was like, yeah, you're going to weed my entire compound, which is about 100 meters long. And I won't lie, it was fucking out of control. It looked like a jungle down the side of there. You know, like the grassy verges. Yeah, well, it's spring and everything had fucking grown. So they got round yesterday and it's like, Freddie Bear, do you want a drink? You want to go help yourself? You know where the fridge is? I've got like a separate little mini fridge full of pop for when he comes. I say for when he comes and visits.
Yeah.
It's funny. Anyway, I was like, help yourself. I've got some lemonade in there. You crack on. Daisy, get pulling. I sent her out, gave her a big bin, and I bought her a pair of gardening gloves, and she's out there just like, she found a piece of chalk and she wrote on the floor, Dad sucks. While I was inside dealing with Freddie. Yeah, she starts pulling them up, and basically then I had a shower and I came out and she just sat there. I was like, why aren't you working? And she's like, I don't want to. You're treating me like a servant. And I was like, no, I'm treating you like a slave. Yeah, then she comes over and starts kicking me. I was like, you want me to increase this to 8 hours hard graft, do you? Get back on it and like start peeling it. But I don't know if you've experienced this in life with your kids, but they're fucking useless. They're just useless. I ended up doing probably 80% of the work along there because she wasn't doing nothing. I was like, look, I'm going to come over and help you because you're clearly useless. And yeah, I started pulling them up. And after that, it was, in all fairness, quite a nice afternoon, a little bit of gardening with my little girl. But yeah.
No, my kids do that as well. Suddenly they become fucking idiots whenever it comes to doing a job that they don't like. And I have to help them out. And helping them out kind of means doing it.
Yeah, literally doing it all.
Largely,
admittedly, some of it was fucking well difficult, and I'm not really into horticulture. I don't. What I had was a pair of gardening gloves that I bought from the pound shop that day, and a penknife. And obviously she's only 7, so I don't really want her using knives. Well, I mean, it was fine. It got the job done. But yeah, so everything that kind of needed a bit of cutting, I had to do, which turns out was everything. She was basically pulling the tops off of grass, and I was then pulling the grass up. And then I swept the whole fucking thing as well. She's like, can I have a break? I was like, you can have a break after an hour, like a normal working human being. I'm thinking, all right,
yeah, what do you need a break for? You're not in bleeding.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Can I have a cup of tea? No, you can't have a fucking cup of tea. Can I have a cup of tea when I want a cup of tea? We did sit down and have a tea break and I had some biscuits and a sit, which was quite nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, because I've got a little setup outside of my place, like a barbecue and a table and chairs and all of that.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I've got a little moan. I'd put a Mushu's moaning moments, but it's now mine. My wonderful neighbours next door, who I interact with not at all. So they're perfect, absolutely perfect. It's exactly what I want from all of my neighbours. Yeah, well, they're over the fence and have really, God bless them, they're so kind and lovely, have bought a trampoline for their children, which there's a fence in between, but no word of a lie, it's probably 2 foot from my bedroom. Anyway, so all fucking day and all night, they're just jumping. And I sit down and I have a rollie and I'm having a beer because I've just done quite a lot of fucking work weeding the garden and I want to break at this point. I mean, Daisy's fine. She's just running around like, oh, no, yeah, gardening's great fun, blah, 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 blah. And I'll sit down and it's obviously someone's birthday present. And I can't fucking believe this. I've just cleaned my entire bit. There's no trash anywhere. There's still a few weeds because, as I said, kids are useless.
Yeah. Well.
And I'm sat there. I got a pack of fags at the table, and I got a beer in my hand, and like a fucking meteor from the sky, I can't fucking believe. Oh, I was not happy. A hunk of cake comes. It gives me flashbacks to being a fucking fat child, getting pelted by sweets. Yeah, have this fatty. a hunk of fucking cake, which looked delicious, landed straight on my pack of fags. And I'm just like, you fucking what? I've just fucking cleaned this. And I'm like, oh, what are you fucking doing? And it's everywhere. It's literally exploded. It's like off of the cartoons. It's just gone over everything. So, and they'd thrown a top over, and I'd, I'm not an arsehole. Kids are kids, love kids. They're absolutely fantastic. So I was like, oh, is this yours? Holding this top up. This was about 20 minutes before. They're like, oh, they've got beautiful little Irish accents. I love them. I can't do it unless I hear it, and then I can do it. They're like, oh, yeah. Anyway, so I lob it back over them, and then it comes straight back over, and they're like, oh, sorry, mister, can you throw it back over? And I was like, yeah, I will, once I finish my beer. I ain't playing these stupid fucking games. Anyway, I didn't throw it back over. I hung it over the fence so they could come and collect it. And then this fucking piece of cake comes over and it lands right on my table, all over my pack of fags, all over my hands. And I'm like, you little fucking cunts. So scoop it all up and I just fucking launch it back over. This is fucking bad. I shit myself a little bit as well because it obviously made a mess. And some of the driveways up here are stunning. They're just beautiful. And the mess it made on my table, I presume it made a massive mess on the thing. And I hear an, oi! And I was like, yeah. They're like, did one of them kids throw that cake at you? And I was like, yeah, they fucking did. As I'm wiping my hands off on this jumper that I've just hung up over the thing. And she gave him a right rollicking, which, I doffed my hat to him. But she's like, hey, don't fucking throw the cake over the man. Get off of that trampoline and clean it up now. And I'm like, yeah, you little cunts. I've just cleaned this garden. I don't need your bloody cake in it.
Yeah, good on her for actually fucking making her kids realise, like saying something to them. Because a lot of parents nowadays just let their kids get like that. Like I fucking hate feral children. Like the sort of kids where you sort of like, I see it all the time. You go up to parents and you're just like, is that your kid over there? Because, he's doing whatever he's doing, like he could be fucking...
Set fire to a bin.
Yeah, something like that. Or like jumping over the fence to a swimming pool and running around there, and you sort of like say, "Is that your kid over there?" Oh, yeah, and they're just like, "Oh yeah, what are you gonna do?" And you just, it's like, well, fucking discipline them for a start.
It doesn't. I've got some weeding that he's doing.
Yeah, it doesn't take a lot just to tell your kid that that's wrong. At least tell them it's wrong. Make an effort, even if you're not gonna. I'm not expecting like beatings or anything like that, but just be like, you shouldn't do that. That's wrong. Just so they know, but fucking these people are just like, oh, kids will be kids. They won't much longer if they carry on that behavior. They'll be dead people.
Well, you've heard my stories of Fifth Place. They are fairly feral, but I quite enjoy it. I think they're absolutely hilarious, and they're doing the sort of shit I did as a kid. I mean, I wasn't a bad kid, but I was playing with fire and I was shooting BB guns and I was climbing trees and building tree houses and getting up to mischief. I mean, it wasn't like bad mischief, but it was the sort of shit I did. So I quite like it. Yeah. I mean, it's not the sort of shit I want my kids doing because I can't bother to deal with the ramifications of it. But I'd much rather play Minecraft with them, if I'm honest. I'd much rather that.
Oh yeah.
But I've got another story. Oh, this is fucking brilliant. So I don't know if I've said on camera or not, but I was under the impression the police didn't come to where I am. Because it's private property. Anyway, I come home the other night and there's a big police 4x4 parked in, not the entrance, but near the entrance on the way in. It's all off-road, and then you come into this area where I am. Anyway, there's a 4x4 there. I was like, ooh, what's going on here? It could take more than that to get onto this fucking site. Anyway, I drive around the corner and just start driving down the hill, and no word of a lie. When missionaries go to Africa, the kids descend upon them. And it's like they turf out their yeah. So anyway, I'm driving down and I'm right at the bottom of a hill. And they go walking around the corner, and I've got a big lock gate that I have to come through. Unpadlock it. I've got out of my car to unpadlock it and get out. And like 6 of the big group come over and they're like, "Hey, mister, what number are you living at?" And I was like, "Oh, 3B or something like that." They're like, "No, it's number 4. It's number 4." I was like, "Nah, It's not. You just asked me a question. I gave you a fucking answer. I was like, it's free B, mate.
Yeah, don't correct me.
Yeah, it's like, why ask me if you're going to fucking tell me the wrong answer? Anyway, while they're there, one of the young ladies, I don't know if you know travellers, but like young ladies don't interact with. There's a word for us. I can't remember what the word is. I don't know.
They tend to be a lot more closed off.
Non-traveller folk.
Yeah.
Yep. Absolutely fine. Totally respect their culture. That's absolutely great because the blokes here are all absolutely amazing. Anyway, as she comes on, literally scoops up two of these young lads and like drags them off. I'm like, okay, what the fuck's going on? And I've seen the old boy walking around the corner, and then this old boy from around the corner, and I've chatted to a few of the older blokes around there because I've had to deliver like COVID tests around the site. No post.
Because you're the only postman that will.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm the only one who will fucking go here. Anyway, so he comes out and he's like, "Oh, you get on to your mummies and stop talking to the law." What the fuck is going on? I was fucking dying, absolutely dying. I've never heard that before in my life. I was just like, "That's absolutely brilliant." And they fucking scarpered. I've never seen anything like it. It was incredible. But yeah, the dynamics of this place is like nothing I've ever experienced before in my life. I love it. It's the most interesting place.
I have to say, as far as travellers go, they're in my professional capacity. I've normally had a nightmare with them because it's been a case of security against travellers. But culture-wise, I think their culture is fascinating. You know how they'll come into a drinking establishment. The men and the women won't sit together.
So good. Sorry, I haven't had a whiskey in a few weeks, and I've had a long day and a lot of gardening.
Gathered.
So good. Carry on though, yeah.
Yeah, so the men and the women won't sit together. You know, they'll sit at separate tables while they're out drinking. You know, like you say, the women won't generally talk to anyone apart from the kids, and that occasionally the kids just do what they want.
Don't they just?
Yeah. And there's always there's like an elder sort of figure in a lot of these groups. I've found when they come on holiday, like, and I found very quickly that the quickest way to build rapport with traveller groups whenever they would come whenever they'd visit our place, I would go and find out who's in charge. I'd try and work out who's in charge, and then just go and make friends with them. And as soon as you're friends with them, everyone else is so well behaved. It's incredible. You know,
I've spoken to maybe 4 older blokes who seem to be like head of households, maybe. I don't know the actual structure, and they're all sound as fuck. One of them gave me a bollocking because I was going too fast along the road, which is absolutely fair enough because I had a hire car, and hire cars, fastest fucking cars in the land. They're just so quick.
The thing is, it's because you think it's not yours, so you
100%
might just pop my foot down a little bit more.
And admittedly, I was only really doing like 15 miles an hour, and I'd just gone past the kids because I'm very aware that the kids are everywhere. The kids and cats over here, and I like cats infinitely more than children, so I don't want to run either of them over. But I had just passed them. I was like, right, let's get out of it. So I've just rolled along at 1 mile an hour past them. But I mean, it's the overall message, and it's no problem. I was like, yeah, sorry, man. Yeah, so and it wasn't my car, so as soon as I came in my normal car, I'm just like crawling along.
It's picking your battles, isn't it? You know, you got to know when to argue and when not to, and some things just aren't worth bothering with. You know, if you take a bollocking, even if you weren't going that fast, like, yeah, whatever. Sorry.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Guff. Sorry about that. On I go. A little dust cloud behind me. So it's been an interesting way. Oh, and the other thing, because that fucking cake came over, I did an Easter egg hunt for my kids this weekend.
I saw on Facebook.
Yeah, and they had a whale of a time. It's freezing cold. I had to put a hoodie over one of my hoodies on Daisy, so she looked a bit like a hobo. But she was freezing, and my hoodie is more than big enough. But I had bought way too many little eggs. There was probably, I don't know, 50, which is far too many. And I'd seen they got that trampoline, and I'd established it was a birthday, so I was going to lob a bunch of eggs in there. It's like a little Easter treat, but because that fucking cake landed on my fucking table,
no eggs for you.
I was like, you fucking lost out there. Yeah, exactly.
What you should have done is got all of the eggs.
That was good. They
They
enjoyed
them
that.
onto the trampoline, so they just go flying everywhere. It's like they go farting, go hunt. I'll be feet up with a whiskey.
There's a fence between. Yeah, I thought about it, but I don't want to encourage them. They're like stray dogs, aren't they? That time I gave them 50p out me centre console, and then the next day they fucking try to pull me over with a gun in my face, didn't they? Little pricks. Remember me telling you about that one? Yeah, that was what. Yeah, that's it. That's exactly it. I was just like, oh, fuck off, weird. Get that gun out of my face, you little cunt. Yeah, they've left me alone since then. Oh dear,
God
funny little animals, kids, aren't they? Right, what have I got written down?
Well, we've got a few bits to cover, haven't we, today?
We do.
We opened the forum, didn't we, to not last week, the week before.
Yeah, so apologies again.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to keep apologising. I've said it once. You know, people are that pissed off about it. Right to the Queen. Well, I'm going to tell a little story just on embarrassing moments with kids. I've got a million of them.
I love these.
My young boy Ben trumped them all. I like to think that I'm quite a level-headed person and I can deal with embarrassment quite well. Normally.
Yeah.
This I was not prepared for. I took him to Bath Christmas Market. I don't know if you've ever been to a Christmas market or not, but you know the thing, lots of little wooden chalets, like little stores, independent businesses and all of that. And
Mushu.
Yeah.
I fucking love Christmas markets. And there's one reason and one reason only I like the Christmas markets. That is the Germans. They're always there. They always have the best bratwursts and their beer is tip fucking top.
Yeah. Every Christmas market I've ever been, you see, I'm exactly the opposite. I hate Christmas markets because there's too many people there and I don't like people. I'm not a big fan of Christmas. So that whole side of it's out of the way. And I'd like a normal market. Could do that, but Christmas markets. But yeah, every Christmas market I go to, just look for the big log cabin-y sort of thing with the smoke coming out of it. Because you know that's the German Bavarian beer tent or whatever.
Yes, it is.
Give me your
and as
biggest
soon as you've got
sausage.
that hot dog in you, yeah, because they never give you enough bread, which is perfect because no one wants the bread anyway.
Oh, the fucking bread's it's like a glove, isn't it? It's a sausage holder, effectively. So you don't burn your hand on the sausage. It's a sausage glove, yeah. And but the German one's fucking massive bratwurst. Yeah. So anyway, so we're wandering around this Christmas market, looking at all these little stalls and everything like that, and we've come across a sort of holistic kind of store, I would say. Crystals, pendants, dream catchers, that sort of thing. All the sort of stuff that Sophie would be well up for.
Yeah, she would love that.
And the gentleman that was running this stall was he was an Indian man, who I would only describe as a guru of some kind. As in he had his hair done up with lots of beads and stuff in it. He had makeup on. He was a very flamboyant fellow. And when we came up, he's like, "Welcome, guys, welcome. Feel free to have a look." Lots of hand movements like that and all that. And I'm like, "Thank you very much." Yeah, and I was just having a look. And I hadn't noticed, but Ben's become fixated. He's my oldest son. He was about probably 8 at the time. He's just become fixated with this guy. And I'm looking through all these crystals, just thinking, "Oh, that's pretty. Yeah, that's a nice little crystal there." Ben's just staring at this guy. I finally noticed after about 2 minutes, I've looked down, I'm like, "You're right." And he's just didn't even bother to whisper. No, fuck subtlety or anything like that. No. Why is that lady brown? Right. I'd kind of prepared myself for the race question at some point, and I had it in my head, like it's like anything. It's like cats and dogs. They all look different, but we're all the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I wasn't prepared for the lady part of that comment. So I started going in on the racism thing on here. I was like, he's called him a lady as well. And I've looked at this Indian guy, and this guy's just looking at me like, your move, mate. How are you going to explain this one? So I just had a complete brain melt, so I explained it by way of grabbing my son and running. I just literally grabbed his arm and fucking ran. I must have stuttered for a couple of seconds. Just been like, come on. It's just gone.
Yeah, we're out.
He hit me with a double whammy. I think if it was the lady thing, I could have explained that some men sometimes wear makeup, for whatever reason. If it was the race thing, like I say, perfect. But he threw both of them in at once and in front of this guy. He knew what he was doing. He threw me right under the fucking bus, little dickhead.
Amazing. They're the sort of situations I live for. I love that kind of thing. And what I don't like is, I might have said this before on the podcast, and now, unfortunately, I know for a fact that somebody from my kids' school listens to this podcast. So I have to be a bit more careful when I talk about stories from around the school, which is really unfortunate.
Which episode was it where you went into like a half-hour rant about about all the mums in the playground?
No. I vaguely know these people. I do their post actually, and they are sound. And seemingly since the last episode when I said people stop ordering shit, they've stopped ordering parcels. Thank you very much. Although you don't need to, because I can always get rid of yours. Anyway, Freddie once. This was the story about leggings and pants. Do you remember me telling you about this? In the playground, there was a larger girl in a pair of black leggings that was failing to keep her modesty hidden. And the boy is like me. His voice carries like a fucking foghorn. He's got loud, and then he's got louder. There's no in between. And he's like, I can see that lady's pants through her trousers. Like, oh, fucking hell, Fred. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Right.
I mean, where'd you go with that?
I mean, maybe it's a good thing. I don't know. See, those are the ones I can't deal with because, I'm not into like fat shaming. But to quote Eddie Murphy, spandex is a privilege, not a right. And I don't think if your spandex trousers stretch to the point of invisibility when you put them on, I don't think you should be wearing them. Wear something a bit baggier. That's what I do. You never see me in a pair of spandex.
Absolutely.
I've
got a saying which my boy has recently started saying as well, which is it's probably quite bad because it is like, now you've mentioned fat shaming, it probably is fat shaming.
I'm fat, so I don't like it because I don't like being shamed for it.
Don't have a problem with their weight. What I have a problem with is their clothes. So I'm fashion shaming.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah.
Is this a t-shirt one? Is this a t-shirt one?
No, this is on the leggings side of things again.
Oh, okay.
But
leggings, that's what they're called, not spandex.
If we drive past someone who is clearly a little bit bigger, a little bit larger, wearing yoga pants, leggings, anything like that, to the point of starting to go see-through and all that, I always say the same thing. And my boys recently said it, and it creased me up. We drove past this poor woman the other day, and he just looked at me like, "You're right, Dad. They're not for everyone."
They're not. They're absolutely not. I mean, imagine they're absolutely the most comfortable thing in the world. I mean, I can't agree because I like my clothes to be baggy. That's just how I've always liked my clothes. I don't like skin tight things. So when that fashion came in, I mean, I was never fashionable at all ever. But yeah, when that came in, I was just like, that's definitely one for.
Can I?
Not for me. Oh, you paused.
Yes,
it's the first time. I mean, we were saying about the poor internet quality earlier, and that was the first time that's happened. And we've been going for a little while, so that's not so bad.
That we know about. But yeah, I'll take that. But just talking about baggy clothes, actually, it's interesting because I'm going to get up in a moment and show you my trousers because jeans I'm wearing at the moment can only be described as flares, full on flares. I didn't realise how flared out they were. But hang on, look.
All right, 1970s.
Did you see that? My foot, my ankle's like that. My trousers are like that long.
Mushu, you're wearing what they affectionately call bell bottoms.
Yes, I am. They've obviously been.
What?
This is what happens when you move house, mate. You find clothes that you didn't realise you owned for years.
Yeah.
And yeah, apparently I've got a little kickback from the 70s. I've also got
Lovely.
a horrific cramp in my thigh now from where I tried to get my leg up that high.
I got cramp yesterday. It's the worst. I hate it. And you know when you know it's coming, like I get a couple of days warning. I was like, fuck, Beck, it's bananas, and like I would say do some stretches. I definitely didn't do some stretches.
You get a
couple bananas,
of days warning.
Well, because I know the feeling that's coming from when cramp. I'm like, oh, that's gonna fucking cramp up soon if I'm not careful.
That's because
it got me.
You know these sort of things. I don't.
Don't talk to me like that. Who do you think I am? Some sort of fucking gym bunny?
Your whole day walking.
That's not exercise. That's work. That's basically slave work, mate. I go in and they give me something heavy to lug around all day.
Yeah, exercise. It's good for you.
No, exercise is when you go to the gym and then you feel like the fat person because everyone's like,
I hate gyms.
That's from personal experience.
I
love gyms. I really miss the gym. I like swimming because I feel really light and limber in the water. I'm like, look at me.
I just think
that's just swimming. That's what that was.
I figured that. The thing that with the gyms though is the fact that it's set up to be a place. It's like a real uphill struggle going to a gym. If you're an overweight guy who wants to get in shape, you've got to go to this place where you feel so out of place. Everyone in there already is competent using the machines, competent lifting weights and stuff. So as a fat guy, and I'm talking from experience here because I was a lot fatter.
Oh, good. I thought you were talking about me.
No.
I was just a bit like, how rude.
As a fat guy, Sam, you must have known. No, because I've been to the gym. I decided to make that sort of change and try and get fitter. And I went to the local gym, and it was from the moment I got in there, I just felt like everyone was looking at me like, what are you doing in the gym? Look at that dickhead. He doesn't even know how to use that machine, and you feel like such a plum. And I'm just there, and there's all these all oiled up bodybuilders just staring at themselves in the mirror.
It's a lot of oil, isn't there? There is a lot of oil.
I don't know why people like looking at themselves in the mirror while they're doing it as well.
No. I didn't go on anything that was near any mirrors. There was. I had a routine that was set up by the very helpful lady. Actually, sorry to cut you off on your story. The lady was like, why are you coming to the gym? And I was like, look, I'm a postman. I walk quite a lot. I was like, but if I'm 100% honest, I really fucking like eating food, and dieting makes me miserable. So I thought if I up the exercise, I can still keep eating like a horse. And she creased up. She was like, I don't think I've ever had an honest answer in here. She's like, brilliant. Took my height, my weight. And she's like, so what do you want to do? I was like, yeah, not really so fussed about cardio. I was like, although I'm pretty good at it, so maybe stick a bit of cardio in there. She's like, weights. I was like, no chance. I ain't going in that middle bit with all those muscle-bound idiots. I'm here to burn calories so I can eat more food. I was like, that is literally the only reason I'm here. And for 6 weeks before lockdown, it was going beautifully. But then lockdown happened, and now I've just been living off of crisps and sitting in crisps.
And now we're all fat again. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of. So, have you got any other? We did ask, didn't we? I don't suppose you've got any of the other embarrassing.
I have comments because I have comments
we heard
available.
Your wonderful penis in the church story, which I just love. I not penis in a church. I love the story.
Yeah, my mum commented on that, and I deleted the comment. I mean, it might be mean because I don't want her interacting with the page because she'll get too familiar and then just start sending out fucking random embarrassing stories about me. I don't want any of that. So, yeah, can't have that. Not at all. Yeah, I that's the only bit of censorship I've done in the nearly a year that we've done on this. It's like, no, mother dear, not on this. This is not for you. I say cunt way too much. Cunt.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I don't think I've even told my parents I do a podcast because I don't want them looking it up and finding out stuff about me.
No, I didn't tell her either, but I unfortunately have her as a Facebook friend, and I recommend to the world out there, don't have your parents or family on Facebook. I mean, I know Facebook's a dying thing. I just mean the social media in general, that, if you wouldn't spend your time with them leisurely on a day-to-day basis, probably not the best idea to have them on your social media. Since becoming friends, I post a lot less. When do you know? Well, Jeff Cook. No. I actually, his comment doesn't make any sense. I think he's more commenting on the video. It's the I got hard on in the church video. That's what I'm reading the comments off of. What you just mentioned. I was just loading up comments. I see. Liam Matthewson, his daughter Arabella. That's a nice name. Like that. Respect to you, sir. Swore at preschool, saying "fucking hell," or her interpretation of it. When they asked where she learned that word, she threw me straight under the bus, saying, "Daddy says it all the time when he's watching football." Fucking, I love kids. They're such dickheads. It's great. My Daisy did something very similar to that when she was in play school. She fell off a climbing frame and was like, "Oh, knobhead!" And apparently, it's not exactly, fucking hell. Apparently, the whole playground started chanting "knobhead" after it.
No. Or just when you hope it'll be like forgotten about or something like that.
Yeah. Brushed under the carpet when the other kids are like, "No bed, no bed, no bed." That's how I picture it.
Yeah, well, you'd like to think so, wouldn't you?
Jay North.
Oh, Jay.
Oh, was he? That's not even
No, I don't know where Jay was coming from with that. He just threw in a random suggestion for an episode, which we've already done. But
that was the zombies one. Yeah.
Literally the first episode we did.
It's because because I recently finished a series of books and I recommended it to him, and we've been chatting about it. I don't know why he wrote it on that in any way, shape, or form. But what did I write? Turn It Up on Busta Rhymes. Yeah, it was a good choice, Jay. Anyway, Thomas Remington. Oh, I know this guy. This is fucking brilliant. Right, hang on. Give me a second. I'll just read this out. Was driving Immy home from nursery last week. She just nailed potty training. So she's got a young child then, not like a 16-year-old. And she says, needed a wee. She said she needed a wee. So I stopped the car in a bus stop on the top of Lee Road. It's a bit more specific than the world needs, but still. Got her out the car, held her in my arms to do a wee. Now, my problem with this is I know where this is, and I also know where he lives, and he's only 2 streets away.
Right.
Could have done it in his garden. Anyway, got her out the car, held her in my arms to do a wee. She looked me dead in the eyes and said, "I'm doing a poo, Daddy." I had to wipe her bum with my face mask while strapping her in the car. She said, "Don't stand in my poo, Daddy. It's smelly." Then I had to dig around in the car to find a bag and other face masks to pick it up.
Oh, no.
With. And then she got cross with me because you don't put poo in the bin, it goes in the toilet.
Oh no. I mean, my youngest is the worst.
I've never had that happen, but I could. What, for just shitting in the street?
No, for just needing the toilet like in an instant. He literally has a half a second between needing the toilet and having to go.
That is irritating.
He's a fucking nightmare for it. And the amount of time, every time I go out, I'll be like, "Do you need the toilet before we go?" "No." "You sure?" "Nope." "Why don't you go and try anyway?" "No, I'm all right." "You absolutely positive?" "Yep."
That's what I do.
I'm like, right, okay.
I just send him.
Get in the car as soon as we're somewhere.
Just go have a piss.
Yeah, as soon as we're somewhere on a road where I know we can't turn around for fucking ages, he'll be like, "Oh no." And he always does that. He just goes, "Oh no." I'm like, "God damn it, John, you need a fucking piss again, don't you?" Like, "No." Like, "Oh, sorry, what do you need?" "I need a poo." It's worse. Yeah, he's a nightmare for it.
Oh,
not as bad as Ben.
Yeah,
though. Ben was always worse. He shat down down the bumpy slide at the local indoor play area, and it wasn't a good shit either. It was he basically sharted down the bumpy slide.
Where was that? Was that in Lake?
Yeah,
or
it was Space Island, the one that opened up in Lake.
That really cool hidden park.
Yeah, because I dropped him off there with his mum for some kid's birthday party, and I went off to do my own bits, and I texted his mum like about 2 hours later. I was like, "How's the party going?" She's like, "It's terrible. You need to get here now." I'm like, okay. And I've got there, and Ben's just there, like just in a t-shirt. No.
Anyway, welcome back to Parenting 2.50. Because you may have noticed things have changed ever so slightly due to crappy internet. We're going to just try and continue where we left off, which I believe was Max's comments.
Yeah, although I'm going to moan at you now, like you always moan at me, because due to the magic of editing, I'm sure it will be hardly noticeable by the time this goes out.
yeah, totally.
You'll never know the difference.
Yeah, I just took my top off and lowered my green screen. Is that what goes on behind your green screen?
Pretty much,
stars and firm.
I just have ladies' outerwear hanging around my studio. That's what happens.
Is that a lady's coat? I thought it was yours.
No, it's actually my girlfriend's, but I'd probably be able to rock it. I reckon.
I'm sure.
Pink's my colour. It brings out my eyes.
Is that pink? Is it?
Oh, I forget. You're so shit with colours, aren't you? Yeah. By the way, those ghastly curtains you've got behind you, they're pink as well.
Yeah, I don't like them. They're shiny as well. Who has shiny curtains?
I know.
It's like velour tracksuits. Who the fuck wears them? I mean, if you're not Bert Chrysler, no one should be wearing that shit.
Yeah, I mean, we've literally just discussed, I think, about gym wear on people that shouldn't be wearing gym wear. So we don't need to go back down that road, do we?
Well, I'm that person.
To be fair, so am I.
Oh my god! Actually, sorry, going back down that route, I had gym shoes. I bought them but they were like slip-on Diodora ones. Okay, so I bought them when I went to the gym about a decade ago, and then I started going to the gym beginning of last year before lockdown and all that made up bullshit. And then about 3 weeks after I started going, I saw a meme on Facebook being like, that one cunt who's in the gym with these, and it was my actual fucking shoes.
Oh God! I've never bought clothes specifically for the gym. I think the closest I've got, I own a pair of boxing boots.
Boxing boots?
Yeah, those weird. They're like plimsolls which go halfway up your leg.
Oh, you are such a wanker.
Yes, I am. Yeah, I mean, I don't wear them out. It's not like they're a fashion item. I used to wear them to train, so that they were there for a genuine reason. But by far the most homosexual item of clothing that I own, by far.
What is a Ghostbusters t-shirt?
Hey, this is a great t-shirt. Thank you very much.
It's funny because that's what made me think of gym gear, because that's the exact sort of t-shirt I wear there. Everyone's in there like, what's that brand that it's really hot at the moment? Like, not Fire Trap.
Under Armour?
Under Armour, that's it. Everybody's in their Under Armour gear, and I'm there in a Ready Player One t-shirt and a pair of boxing shorts.
Yeah, good on you. Break the stereotypes.
Yeah, damn straight.
Yeah, I hate people that turn up in Under Armour. I judge people totally based on what they wear, basically. If you're wearing an Under Armour top, I'm going to assume you're a bit of a cock, unfortunately. Yeah. I mean, feel free to prove me wrong, but you're not going to.
Yeah, well, anyway, let's get off of that subject.
Yeah,
let's go, an episode of bitching about people at the gym another time.
Let's do some comments, shall we?
Okay, well, we did a bunch. I've only really got one more to read out because it's from Max, because she comments on all of our stuff, and she contributes lots on our Facebook pages. So I can't not read her stuff out. Plus, she's got a menagerie of children, and it does usually lead to good stories. Okay, so Max. My Jess told the bloke who was fixing our shower to buy some new trousers because his bum was falling out. I mean, it's fair. Absolutely fair.
I mean, this sort of highlights one of those things, doesn't it? That kids have that beauty of innocence, the naivety where they can just say shit. Like, they can say the shit that we all think, but because we're adults, we know it's not polite to say. So,
no, but you can deliver that. You can deliver that. It'd be like, oh, the Mitchell brothers is in town, are they? I like the old tuck your t-shirt in, mate. I could see forever down there.
The thing is, I've done that before, and I've said it to someone before, like, "Oh, your ass is out," and they turn around and stop looking at it then, and just made me feel like the pervert. And I'm stood there like, oh, yeah, why am I just staring at his cheeks? You know, it's like a bit of exposed skin. Oh, yeah. So I just tend to ignore it now, just put up with the unpleasantness. But the beauty of kids is that they will say exactly what they're thinking, because they have no filter, which is the best and worst thing at the same time.
Yeah, well, it gets better because that was just the first paragraph, and there's 2 more paragraphs to go. So that was Jess, God bless her. Now we've got Nate. Nate will tell anyone who will listen that the doctor found his testicles and put them back under his willy. It's been nearly 5 months, and it's not getting any less embarrassing. Now, there are now 4-year-old girls asking where their testicles are in preschool.
That's brilliant. I mean, yeah. I want to know more. In a way, like where did his testicles go?
I think they were just up inside a little bit there to
coax
those little bad boys out,
massage them out. Yeah, I mean, we've all been there, haven't we? Like when you're like, has one of them disappeared?
I mean, I've not had
on ourselves, not other people.
Oh, I was going to say, and I'm pretty sure they didn't massage him out. I think he had to go into hospital and have them. I don't know.
Have you never maybe put one?
Yeah, I've pushed one up inside before just to see if I could. I remember watching the American Office, and Dwight Schrute said he could suck his testicles up inside himself, I was like, I wonder, can I?
Now, have I mentioned the Buddhist guy, the Buddhist monk, who can do this? It was on an episode of, if you remember, there was an old program called Mind, Body, and Kick-Ass Moves.
I do remember that, yeah.
Yeah, with that guy from Birmingham who just went round loads of martial arts places. It's like, and there was an old boy there. He's like 90 years old or something, but his like little Buddhist trick, he spent years mastering the art of focusing all of his chi into his core and being able to suck his testicles into his body, therefore protecting himself from groin shots. And as way of proving it, he said to this guy, he's just like, go for it, go to town. So this bloke's basically just hoofing a pensioner in the groin, with no effect. I mean, it's quite impressive, but
I'd quite like to hoof a pensioner in the groin, just something to tick off a bucket list.
The only thing stopping you is the law, Sam.
That's true.
Boundaries and how to break them. Yeah, but I thought it was quite a good trick, unless, of course, you're up against someone who favors a fighting style which doesn't just focus on the genitals, you know, like the more conventional face punch, uppercut, something like that. Then you're fucked, unless you can suck your chin into your body as well.
It would still hurt as well. I mean, I've always thought this about lots of parts of martial arts. Like, so hypothetically, you can suck your balls up into your body. So yeah, the balls aren't going to hurt, but you've still got someone full on kicking you in your gooch. I mean, I'm either going to cry or come, and I'm not sure which one.
It's never going to be a pleasant experience. I remember being kicked by a rugby player in the gooch once, and it was a peculiar pain because at the same time I couldn't work out what was happening and thought the whole world was ending. It was such a strange, and what a weird attack move as well. You know, I certainly wasn't prepared for it, but
no. Yeah, well, anyway. And the last one from Max.
Yeah, come on.
Now, and Evander has just learnt how to blow raspberries like we do on his belly. The DPD guy got a surprise when he witnessed my 1-year-old full-on blowing raspberries in my cleavage whilst I was trying to take a parcel. Now I don't answer the door with him in my arms. He's a tiny little baby. I don't know how old, but he's not old.
Yeah,
itty bitty one.
I mean, the beauty. I always like them. Like the younger they are, I think the more easier they are to deal with. Now mine are a little bit older. You know, when I had the boys as babies, I panicked lots because I was like, I don't know what I'm doing or anything like that, and you know, you literally, it's tiny, it's fragile, and it's your responsibility, and it's terrifying.
Yeah. And it was Ginger in your case.
Yeah, well, yeah, but
yes.
So But as they grow up, I realise that they just become more issue. It's just it doesn't get easier. It gets more tricky. Like the more intelligence they get, the more devious they get, and it starts becoming like a full-time job.
Yeah. Do you find you set yourself up for failure as well? Like oh God, this would have been years and years and years ago. I can't quite remember how old Daisy would have been. Maybe 3. She crept out of her bedroom, went downstairs, went into the kitchen to go and steal something. But I could hear her. And as she got to the kitchen, as she was coming back, I was stood there in the hallway like, oh, what do you think you're doing? And she's like, literally screamed because she didn't see me there. Not like crying, screamed like, ah. Yeah. I was like, you weren't very sneaky, were you? So then I taught her how to be sneaky. That was a fucking mistake.
Why would you do that?
Oh, every day's a learning day, isn't it? I was just like, you've got to walk really, really gently and carefully and slowly, and put your foot down really slowly. If it starts squeaking, lift it up, choose somewhere else. Yeah. And now her thievery game is right up there, but we've covered my little feverish child.
Yeah. Well, but you're right. I mean, my two now are like, I always say it, like nighttime, it's like I run a juggling school for elephants, and then in the morning it's ninja camp. They are so stealthy, it's unbelievable. Which kind of annoys me, kind of doesn't, because on the one side I don't like them being devious. On the other side, I do like sleeping in. I'm kind of torn as to what to do about that. I sort of just forget about it, because all they ever do is get up and play on the computer anyway, which I can kind of live with.
Yeah, well, that's never really a problem for me. I remember one of the first times I had my boy stay over at mine. It prompted one of those posts I put up on Facebook, actually. Freddie was like, can I sleep in your bed? And I was like, no. And obviously caravan beds are pretty small, aren't they? They're really, really tiny. Anyway, I let him fall asleep in my bed. But then when I went to bed, I picked him up, and which was no mean feat. The boy is a chunk. I picked him up and I carried him to his bed. And I think I did that classic thing of, when you walk through a door and you just smack their head on the door frame on the way through. He's like, oh, what are you doing? I was like, I put you to bed. And anyway, he grumbled, rolled over, and he went to sleep. And in the morning, I woke up to him on the bottom of my bed. He'd just come into my room. He was just sat there, just being creepy as fuck. And the second I woke up, I was like, what the fuck is going on? And he's like, why did you take me out of your bed? And I was just like, because you were too fucking hot, Fred. That was the reason. It was the middle of summer. I was just like, you were way too warm. I was like, why are you sat at the end of my bed being all creepy? And he's like, because you took me out of your bed. It's like, you could have just climbed in. It's cold now. You could do with a warm hot water bottle.
Yeah, that's weird, isn't it? I mean, I think every parent at some point has woken up to their kid just staring at them.
Yeah, it's just weird.
It's like, I love you and all, but don't do that, because it's weird and you'll get slapped.
Or you'll see me die.
My brother always used to wake me up by he would get really close to me and just stare at me until I woke up, and it was the least comfortable way of waking up that I can imagine. And you're just like, yeah, fucking what are you there, you bastard? Yeah, he used to do that all the time. Yeah, but back to the comment. The thing about babies, which is an issue, is the fact that they grip everything. They're literally like little sticky toys, aren't they? Like everything you go past, just a hand will go out and grab it, and then you've got to try and come on,
unlatch it.
Let go. And this is why I always feel sorry for, like, especially mothers and stuff like that, because generally, as a mother, especially a mother to a newborn, you're going to want sort of fairly loose fitting clothes. A lot of people would, I would imagine, for ease of access and stuff like that. But then you've got,
that's why I wear loose fitting clothes, Mushu, for sure.
Absolutely, mate. Yeah, me too. Although who'd want to access this? I've got no idea. Yeah, but then you've got this little ball of flesh which is just randomly grabbing and yanking things and stuff like that. And let's face it, you're going to end up nips out. It's going to happen.
Probably. I think that's a throwback to like, I would say when we were monkeys, but it's exactly what you said. But yeah, obviously we weren't monkeys. We were slightly less evolved than what we are now. We were the shaved ones. But I saw a really, really interesting documentary years and years ago. Oh, Christ, I can't for the life of me remember what it was called. But I'll see if I can find it for you to put the name up. This doctor had a newborn and he wanted to see the similarities between the development of baby chimps and babies. And he had the two together, and he was wondering whether the socialization aspect of raising a child and having a chimp run alongside it would rub off on the chimp. But he had to cut the experiment short because his child started communicating with the chimp, learning the chimp's mannerism. So it worked in the exact opposite way that it was supposed to. He went full Mowgli as opposed to full Gore.
There's a scientific term for that, isn't there? In that nature will always find the easiest way.
Oh, maybe.
And obviously it's easier for a child to learn the rudimentary language of a primate than it is for a primate to learn the complicated language and social skills of a child, I would assume. And hence that's why it would work. Plus, I think a lot of chimpanzees, monkeys, any primate or any animal, to be honest, the majority of its memory is not inherited. It is not inherited through experience like ours. It's genetic. You know, they come out the womb knowing that they have to grab onto the fur of their mother. They come out the womb knowing that they have to suckle and stuff like that. Whereas we have a lot less genetic handover, I believe. That's just my opinion.
I mean, they've got I think little babies have the suckling reflex, don't they? That's the one thing that I don't know what else. I mean, I suppose the gripping one as well. I mean, but babies are useless and weak. They can't hold on to nothing. You ever tried hanging one up?
I don't. Oh yeah, they can't
straight down, Mushu.
They're shit at chin-ups. Absolutely shit at chin-ups. And don't get me started on push-ups, lazy little fucks. But they, if they grab, what I found is if they grab something like string or something like that, anything that they can actually grab, it is a nightmare. Their little grips just go solid, don't they?
And everything goes to their mouth, doesn't it? Every single thing.
Oh yeah.
Is that brilliant? Have you did you ever give your little kids lemon?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That it does something. It's like an endorphin thing that although it's all like they go back for more and more and more because it does something in the brain. Again, I watched a documentary about that, but I can't remember any of the specifics because
my boys love lemon. They love it now.
Still?
Yeah. No, I always used to give them a bit when I was younger, just for a laugh, just because it's funny seeing their face invert. And then, but now they'll I'll literally, if I buy a Coke in a pub or something like that, they will have their grubby hands in my drink, fishing out the lemon at some point, which really pisses me off because they like ice as well. And you know,
I just get them a drink, Mushu. I feel like I'm much more generous than you. Boys, wait while I drink this. You can go first. It's fine.
I believe this pub has a dog bowl outside. You know, help yourself. No, obviously they have drinks, but they like I normally get them fruit shoots or something like that just for ease of use. You know, because I don't trust them with anything breakable generally because it's just a terrible idea. So what it always ends up in, I'll have a nice Coke, nice refreshing Coke with ice and lemon, and then it ends up just being just having grubby little hands dunked in it constantly. And by the end of it, I'm thinking like, I dread to think how much dirt's floating around in this drink. I'm just going to ditch it and buy another one.
Probably. I stopped getting my Fred fruit shoots years ago. He loves a pop. I mean, I only get him diet pop. I'm not irresponsible. But so I just get him a pint of Coke with ice and lemon in it. I was like, more fruit the better, please.
Yeah, fair enough.
Hands off my drink, you little bastards.
You see, I don't let mine have Coke purely for the caffeine. They're allowed a Coke if I'm looking after them. Yeah, they're allowed a Coke if I'm looking after them, just because I think it's unfair if I dose them up on caffeine and then hand them back to their mum. That's kind of like it's child warfare, isn't it? Really?
It's fun though.
Found them up, filled them with caffeine. They're a fucking nightmare. Enjoy. Bye.
My little fridge has always got a couple of cans of something non-caffeinated in there that the boy can have.
Lemonade or something like that. So
I mean, I was playing Call of Duty when he was round once, and he came out of his bedroom, just sat down, and I had my headset on, so obviously it made me jump because I couldn't fucking hear him come. It was when he sat down next to me. I was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" He's like, "You're playing computer games. I want to watch." I was like, "All right then." And I was drinking a beer, and he's like, "You having a beer?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Can I have some?" So we shared a beer, and then we shared half a bottle of wine. I mean, it's 5 at the time. He was only having a sip, just to clarify.
I was going to say, like, half a bottle each.
No,
quite a lot for a 5-year-old. Half a bottle.
I had half a bottle of wine, and I was like, he'd had some of my beer, and he hadn't like gagged or anything. So I had a swig of this wine, and I was like, "You want to try some?" He's like, "Yeah, of course." He had a sip of that, and he was a bit like, "That's really nice," and handed it back to me. And then, I was just like, "I'm going to see how far I can push this." And then I tried him on cider as well, and he really liked that. He liked that a bit too much. That I had to take the can away because he kept going back for more.
Yeah.
Like, no, naughty.
Well, ladies and gents, there you have it. Now we know why Freddie is such a miracle child. It's because he's always pissed.
Oh, he's such an angel.
He is. What a legend.
He's funny. They were over on the island, actually. I sent them over to go stay with my sister. I say I sent them over. She's been dying to have them come over, but Corona rules are a little bit lax now, aren't they? And she had some time off, so I was like, yes.
There,
yeah. Anyway, should we talk about food? Because we touched upon that, didn't we?
We seem to be leading there anyway with the whole drink thing, don't we? So it does make sense. What's your experience in terms of your kids and food?
I have one of each. I've got a boy and a girl, and then I've got one that eats and one that fucking doesn't, and it really, really gets on my tits. If it isn't beige and dry and flavourless, with the exception of salt, she won't eat it.
I remember you saying about the beige food thing.
Fucking beige food. I fucking hate beige food, Mushu. I don't like chicken nuggets.
Any beige food.
Yes, you do.
Right,
chicken nuggets,
fair enough,
fish fingers, chips. I mean, she'll also eat sausages, black pudding, bacon.
That's not the worst diet. I mean, you could put together a reasonably decent beige meal, I reckon.
It's so boring, mate. It's been 7 years. In fact, it wasn't, because up until a certain point, she was amazing. She would eat everything. Her favourite was fish pie. And like, she'd have a stew, and then just one day she just fucking stopped, and if it was wet she wouldn't fucking eat it, and I was like, and she won't even eat it. She'll eat macaroni. So I'll make like spaghetti bolognese or spaghetti carbonara, and she'll have plain pasta with cheese grated on it. If I make like a mac and cheese, which is basically wet cheese on pasta, she won't fucking eat it. And I'm just like, oh, you're such a twat.
Oh, it's so frustrating, isn't it?
I mean, she eats vegetables though, so I put a lot of vegetables on her plate, and I'm like, you can eat as long as you eat your vegetables, and at least try some.
Because nobody really warns you, do they, about how vastly their tastes change when they're growing up? Which really, it blew my mind, because it would literally be a case of, one week I would cook something for them and be like, what do you think? And they're like, oh yeah, it's brilliant, it's nice to see you. Great. So the next week comes along, I'll be like, do you want that again? They're like, yeah, go on, I'll do it. And they're like, I don't like it. It's exactly what you had last week, which you loved. Yeah, I don't like it.
Oh, it's so annoying, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think it's a power thing, but
it does raise a point which I've thought about quite a lot before, in that you can tell parents and non-parents apart by their attitude towards feeding fussy children.
Go on then, I want to hear this.
In that, non-parents will always be like, "Oh, well, my kids will eat what's put in front of them. I always had to when I was younger."
Yeah, all right.
Unless it's an empty plate, they're not leaving the table. Blah blah blah. It's all a case of discipline. And I'd say, fucking hats off to you. Yeah, when you have kids, good luck keeping that up for more than 2 weeks. As soon as they're off the tit, your life is going to be a nightmare. Because I mean, I think I lasted about 3 days before I gave up on trying to make them eat stuff they didn't like. Not to say that they eat shit and they only eat what they like, but it's a case of finding stuff that's relatively healthy that they can eat and will eat. And I sort of tend to go to a lot more trouble now to cook them food that I know they'll eat, just because I know they'll eat it.
What are your boys like, Mushu? Are they both very similar in their eating habits?
No, both absolute pricks. They've the first one of them likes spicy food, all that sort of thing. He's
nice,
adventurous. You know, every time I love my chili sauces. You know, I love my chili sauces, Tabasco sauce, stuff like that. Every time I open a new bottle, we'll be like, "Oh, can I have a swig? Can I have a taste of that one? Can I have," you know, even the habanero sauce and stuff like that.
Respect. Like, yeah, that's amazing.
He doesn't have it on his dinner or anything like that, but he's willing to try this sort of stuff. And if I'm trying anything new, he'll give it a shot.
Yeah.
And 9 times out of 10, he likes it. The other one is terrified of anything which involves flavour.
Jesus Christ. Is that the older one?
No, that's the younger one, Tom. He's so fussy. He likes what he likes and he doesn't like anything else. And his favourite food, weirdly, is pasta just mixed with a shit ton of pesto. Like a shit ton of pesto. And
what a fancy little asshole. That's fucking ridiculous. Oh, Daddy, I'm not eating your spaghetti bolognese, but can I have some pesto pasta, please? Maybe a sprinkling of pine nuts on the top, please.
But he does like pine nuts.
I bet he fucking does. Hipster shit fucker. I bet he loves a deconstructed coffer. Faja, what is this you've served me? It's a coffee in a cup. I want it deconstructed, don't you know?
You've given me red pesto like a savage. I want it green. Yeah.
I can't eat this. I haven't got my special silver cutlery.
yeah. That is a remarkably accurate impression of my youngest. Yeah, he is so fussy. And it's not a case of like if you give him something he doesn't like. Because the other one, Ben, bless him, favourite food, pizza. I respect that. That's good. It's a good choice.
Oh, is that not every child's favourite food?
Yeah, probably.
It was mine.
I mean, he does eat it like a psychopath. He eats it from the inside out.
What do you mean from the inside out? When I pick up a slice, I bite the pointy bit first. I don't eat the crust.
If it's sliced, he'll eat it normally. If it's with a knife and fork, and I just chuck a pizza on a plate and he'll eat it. He'll eat it from the inside, working out towards the crust.
No, I think that makes you the psychopath for giving him a pizza that's not been cut into triangles.
Why?
Why would you give him just a round pizza?
Because he has to learn someday. I'm not going to be there to cut his pizza into triangles for him forever.
Yeah, but you're giving him a knife and a fork. Yeah, but in that I'm on board with. I'm all for making kids learn shit themselves. I think it's a fucking brilliant way of learning stuff. But you get a pizza cutter and you're just like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I've never owned a pizza. I don't currently own a pizza cutter. So the only way it gets cut is if I do it with a fucking great big knife, and I can't always be bothered to do that. Sometimes it's just easier to be like, there's your pizza, there's a knife and fork. I'm sure you can work it out. Crack on. Because bearing in mind, all the time I'm trying to dish this up to him, I've got the other one just going, can I have more pesto on my pasta, please? I'll be with you in a minute.
Daddy, don't burn the pine nuts now. You know how I get if they go a little bit past that particular shade of brown.
Fargo, I wouldn't give this to my pony.
Oh God, I don't know if I hate the fact that Daisy only eats dry beige food with salt. Or the fact that yours only eats pesto pasta.
He doesn't only eat pesto
pasta though.
He does eat a lot of. I mean, I don't mind doing it because it's a piss easy thing to cook, isn't it? It's like 10 minutes to boil some pasta and then just chuck a massive blob of pesto in it.
It's actually really quite nice as well. I used to make that for barbecues.
And he always says to me when I'm doing it, he's like, "Don't forget to add the extra special ingredient." And the extra special ingredient is an extra spoonful of pesto. But if I don't put it in there, he'll know and he'll complain.
Amazing. Greg Davis has got this bit on it was on a podcast. He was on the Off Menu podcast with Ed Gamble and James Acaster. He was on that, and in that you've got to choose your favorite starter, main course and desserts, and then a side dish as well. And he chose for one of his courses, or maybe his side dish, a jar of pesto with a spoon. Just a jar of pesto with a spoon. Just a plain
jar of pesto. You see, I couldn't do that. The taste of pesto, for some reason, it's one of those tastes that lingers, and I don't like foods which smell lingers for ages and ages. So I don't like bacon crisps. I don't like pesto. I don't like tiger bread. I don't like overpoweringly smelly foods.
You don't like tiger bread?
No, see, Rachel always moans at me about it. Well, she doesn't moan at me, but she always says about this as well.
What's wrong with you?
I don't like the smell. Everyone thinks tiger bread should be like fucking idolized and worshipped within supermarkets for being the nicest bread in the universe. You can't get rid of the fucking smell. So
it's just sesame,
tiger bread, you're smelling it for the rest of the year. Yeah, it doesn't matter what it is. If there's an overpowering smell, it annoys me after a while, I think.
I just saw this thing, like TikTok food trends. I mean, I'm total guilty of doing all of those kind of things. I love trying all those new things out. But current one is you get a tiger loaf, you cut it in half, you pull all the fucking bread out of the inside, so you've just got a bowl, and then you fill it with chips and pour gravy over the top. Oh, That looks fucking perfect to me.
I don't really like chips either. Just give me
of course.
Just give me a cup of gravy. I'll be right with that. I'll be right with that.
Let's have a mug of Bovril. That'd be lovely.
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah. Well, okay. So, you said your eldest is pizza, isn't it? His favourite food, and then the youngest is.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, it's not such a thing. Like with the youngest, pasta pesto is definitely his favourite food. With the oldest, his favourite foods sort of they sort of change. You know, like he does go through phases of liking different stuff, and what I've started doing though is when I'm cooking them stuff, because I want them to try extra stuff, I try and zhuzh it up a little. You know, like, so like they love bangers and mash. I've been doing them bangers and mash recently, but I do it with crispy onion gravy. So I like do the gravy, and then I really cook the onions ages until they're proper crispy. Chuck that in the gravy just before you serve it up, so it's all crunchy. So you got the little crunchy bits, and they fucking love it. And now I wish I hadn't done it because it's a ball ache to do every time. You know, I've taken a nice easy dish which I can do in 10 minutes, and I've just added loads of grief and faff to it, basically, for at the end of the day, not a great deal, much more appreciation.
No. I mean, Daisy will eat bangers and mash, but she won't if you pour gravy over it. It's like, oh, there's gravy on it. I'm not eating this. Oh, you're such a douchebag. She has a roast dinner without gravy on. I know you're for some roast dinners, but surely the idea of a bit of broccoli, basically dry. Oh.
Now I do fully agree with you. Not on that specific point, because I do quite like broccoli. It's probably my favorite roast veg, I would say.
Yeah, but with gravy on it.
No, I quite like it if it's cooked properly. You know, just so it's just cooked, so you bite into it and there's a bit of spring to it, and then it's almost pops in your mouth, and you get all the juice, broccoli juice. I like that, and I could quite happily eat broccoli like that without gravy. But a roast, if you gave me a roast with no gravy, I wouldn't be overly impressed. I think the gravy is part of the fun.
Definitely, it's the most important thing next to the potatoes. I mean, every time I see her eating it, and she loves it. She loves a roast as well. Absolutely loves a roast, but no gravy. She'll have like cranberry. I mean, that's basically jam, though, isn't it? And apple sauce. She'll have those, but I mean, she's basically adding sugar to her dinner, then, isn't she?
Yeah, pretty much.
Anything sweet at all. I've never. This is the girl that I when they would get a certificate sent home, like if they did something well and they got a certificate, my reward for them was a chocolate orange.
Yeah.
Because chocolate oranges only cost about £1 these days, so it's not overly expensive. Anyway, I was driving her home. She'd earned a chocolate orange, so I gave her a chocolate orange. And this less than 10-minute drive, she'd eaten the entire thing by the time we got home. And I was like, I was just pulling up to take her in. And I was like, oh, give us a slice of that chocolate orange. She's like, I finished it. I was like, you fucking what?
It's like eating it like an apple in the back.
Yeah, just take a fucking bite out. It's like, have you eaten that old chocolate orange? She's like, well, it's gone. It's like, you fucking. She would have been like, how old are you at the first year of school? 4 or 5, something like that? I think you start at 4 and you go on to 5.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, so she was about maybe just about 5.
Yeah,
whole chocolate orange in less than 10 minutes.
That's frightening. But not overly astounding.
No,
because I'm sure that anyone that's got kids have seen the desperation of how they eat chocolate and sweets. Like it's going to evaporate at any potential second, and it has to be consumed as fast as possible.
Yeah. Sorry, this just reminded me. Like Christmas selection boxes and all of that sort of stuff.
Oh yeah.
I got one with different types of M&Ms, and I thought it would be prudent to empty them all out, so then there was a big jar of M&Ms. This was a fucking mistake, because Freddie, who's actually really quite good at regulating on chocolate and stuff, he'll eat some. Like so I had them on Easter. And there's a rabbit head in my fridge. They've eaten some of one of these chocolate rabbits I got them, and I opened my fridge up and there's a fucking rabbit head just on the shelf. Anyway, I bought these M&Ms. I was like, oh, do you want to come get some M&Ms, kids? 2 hands go straight in from Freddie, both grab as many as they possibly can. And then instead of like going away like a hamster and eating one at a time, both of those hands end up in his mouth, like to the extent where you can literally see him bulging out. And I was like, why not just put one in, Fred? One at a time. It's like it's fucking ridiculous.
It's like you're going to snatch them away, and that's the only opportunity they've got to feed themselves for the next year or so. It's just like, get as much in my mouth as possible.
A quick stock up on calories. You don't never know when we're going to eat again. Fuck, absolute monsters. Do you? I assume yours are just as greedy in that respect. But...
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, like they're desperate to have chewing gum. My boys. I won't let them have chewing gum or bubble gum or anything like that, because I think it might be a bit old fashioned. I just think it looks shit when you got kids walking around just like
I can't stand that noise. That noise makes me angry.
You're very anti ASMR, aren't you? Yeah.
Oh,
I know how much you hate it.
We'll come back to this in a minute, because I've got a real, maybe a total cunty dad story about
I definitely
this.
want to hear that.
Yeah,
I definitely want to hear that.
But you carry on, because I agree on this so far.
Yeah, so I don't let them have it, but they're desperate for it at all times. But now they're sort of, it's like they're trying to get as close to having chewing gum as they can, like with me allowing it, like Tree Ball extra strong mints and stuff like that, like if they want sweets. And I'm like, you sure you want mints or like Tic Tacs or something like that? Why don't you get like chocolate or like a decent sweet? And they're like, no, I just want some Mentos as well. They love Mentos. I'm like,
they're close.
Yeah, it's boring though, isn't it? But at least they don't stink. At least they've got fresh breath, I guess.
Yeah, true. There's nothing worse than dog breath on children.
Oh, it's that morning breath. When you're there, you're just trying to wake up and you've got some dirty little sweaty child breathing morning breath in your face. Fuck off.
Horrible. Yeah, it's bad enough. That's bad enough from grown-ups, but it's really bad on kids. But I just tell them, like, you got dog breath, go sort your teeth out. It's disgusting. But yeah, so Freddie was eating a pack of Monster Munch. And I've, as a rule, with everything in life, you get 3 strikes. Like, I don't want to tell anybody 3 times. It's like my mechanic was supposed to be coming and sorting my brakes out, and I've called him 3 times to get this quote, and the motherfucker still hasn't got back to me. So I went to a different garage today, and 10 minutes later, he got back to me with a quote. So old garage, fuck yourselves.
Yeah,
current garage, legends. Exactly. Anyway, so Fred's eating some Monster Munch. I was like, Fred, eat quieter, please. You're really noisy. Anyway, he does this. He's like, sorry. I was like, Freddie, eat quieter. I was like, just shut your lips. He's like, I'm trying. I was like, you're not trying very hard, because now you're talking with your mouth full. I was like, but we'll let that one go because I'm talking to you. And he does it again, and I literally just grabbed the packet of crisps and just fucking launched them and just threw them away. Threw them straight into the kitchen. He obviously started crying. He's like, I'm done with you. And then just like legged it into my bedroom.
I don't think that makes you a cunt at all. I think that, to be honest, that makes you. We've all been there where they've got to learn. They've got to learn that there is a line somewhere along. They can push it and push it and push it until it gets to a certain point, and then Dad goes mental. That's the way it works, you know.
Well, I didn't get mental. I just threw the crisps away. I was just like, no, you fucking.
I like to mix it up. Sometimes I'll rage. Sometimes I won't rage. I'll be all like pleasant and nice, because it really keeps them on their toes, and they don't know what they're going to get if they fuck up. They know they're getting talked to. They don't know whether it's going to be a happy talk, like, oh, I understand why you've done this, but we need to work on how it's not going to happen again, sort of thing. Or will they get the I can't believe it, you know, it's it keeps them on their toes, and I think it makes the whole thing a lot more terrifying for them.
Do you so I occasionally, and I feel like I'm going to end up, and by the sounds of it, your kids are going to be the same. I think they're going to end up in therapy. I occasionally, when I have a treat for the kids and I go around and see them, I'll call them like they're in the shit. I'll be like, Daisy, Freddie, get in now. And they'll be like, what's up? And I'll be like, just got your chocolate bar. There you go.
I've not done that with my kids. Who I have done that with, though, is I used to do that with my team. Jesus in particular, all the time I'd be like, Jesus, you need to come into the office now. I need to speak to you. And he'd be like, oh, and then he'd come up, and I'd just be like, I've just looked and your timesheet was wrong. I've added a couple of hours on because you missed it, or something like that. You know, just it's actually something quite nice, but it's fun because he falls for it every single time. Bless him. He just has. It doesn't realise like, you know, it's probably a good thing, but that's because sometimes he does fuck up and he needs a bollocking, and he never knows what's coming either. It's great.
Well, Daisy's a bit too smart for her own fucking good. She's clocked on that when I shout it, she'll be there, and she's like, "What have you got for us?" And I'm like, you've ruined that. You meant to be a little bit scared.
Yeah, but you made an interesting point there. You touched on something that I was going to bring up is kids being over dramatic and how hilarious it is. Like when you're trying to tell them off, and they bust out something that they've obviously seen on Nickelodeon or something like that. One of the kids' soaps that they've seen and all this. It's just like, why is life so hard? I wish I was dead. And you're like, really? You're going to shout that at me in the middle of a store because I won't pay 25p for a sweet or something?
Yeah.
But yeah, like, fuck life. My life's over. Yeah, I mean, they probably get it from me, to be fair, but that's not the point.
The way you were raging about your internet earlier, Mushu, I thought it was one of your kids.
Mate, my temper at the moment is so short. It's unreal. Oh, God. Yeah, and internet is one of those things, to be honest. I just wanted to get this podcast out, and everything was trying to stop me from doing it. So, yeah, I was pretty fucking angry.
Oh, God.
Yeah, but I don't know why kids like I don't know what they're hoping to get from it. Like I say, that's my theory, is that they've seen it on TV or something like that, and they think that excessive drama is the way to a parent's heart. When in reality, it just pisses me off.
Oh God, yeah, completely. Do you also watch YouTube?
Yeah, they'll watch YouTube supervised.
Oh yeah, mine are unsupervised. Way too laissez-faire about things like that. But
when I say supervised, I mean I could be napping, I could be outside having a smoke, something like that. But I will sort of wander past every now and then and make sure they're not watching like anything outrageous. Like
I've got. Like oh no, I mean they're usually like kiddie YouTube people. But there's certain ones that I can't stand. I'm like, oh, you're not watching that Ryan dickhead toy review again, are you? I was like, go to your bedroom. I don't want to listen to this shit. When I was off of Corona, I was with them because I had to isolate. We all had to isolate together because that's how it works, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I took my iPad with me, as well as my PlayStation, as you well know, because you kept me company through that whole time on the old PlayStation. That was before this beautiful podcast existed, people. And yeah, Freddie had my tablet on the table, and for probably 3 days straight, he watched nothing but Ryan's toy review, so I could hear it in the background. So now, if I hear anything to do with it, I'm like, get rid of it, to send him away. But we've got an agreement that if they turn into spastics from watching too much YouTube, and it does happen, they then get banned from YouTube for a week.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, mine they like this. Have you ever heard of Sniper Wolf?
No, but it sounds way better than Preston.
It's not.
No,
they watch Preston as well. Yeah, Preston, Jelly, all of that.
He's a wanker, isn't he?
Oh my God, yeah, Brienne and all that stuff. I mean, what annoys me is the fact. Have you ever seen Unbreakable? There's a guy called Unbreakable.
You mean Unbreakable or Unspeakable?
Unspeakable, sorry, Unspeakable. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't fucking like him either.
No, and I don't like him because he's got a massive house which he just uses to fuck around, and I want to do that. You know, like he fills his house with ball pits and stuff like that. That's what I want to do.
But he's creepy as fuck. I saw they went to a water park and were just fucking about. The guy's bald.
Yeah.
He acts like a 12-year-old, and he's a big old ballsy. I was like, when I saw it, I was just like, oh, you make me feel a bit uncomfortable, you big nonce. Put a fucking hat back on or get off the TV. I was just like, yeah, I can't stand Unspeakable. I'm just like, oh, not these fucking pricks. Take him away. Take him to your bedroom. I ain't watching it.
Yeah. But this Sniper Wolf, she's everything I hate. It's a girl. She's a young girl. She started off doing Call of Duty videos.
Oh, okay.
But now the majority of the videos that my boys watch of hers are, it's a pet hate of mine, reaction videos, which is basically what we do in our pacifist pick. But people that solidly do it, like their YouTube channel just consists of them talking about what they're watching. And it's all right.
You're slagging off probably my favourite feature of the podcast.
No, don't get me wrong. I like the feature of the podcast, but there's something intensely annoying about her.
She's probably super over dramatic as well, though, isn't
she? Because she's American and she's got this sort of like, yeah, oh my god, so what? This is happening? Oh my god, I would be like, no, I'm out of that, and it's just you watch it and you know those voices where you can put up with them for quite a long time.
Yeah.
And then suddenly you get that all-consuming rage that you just don't know where it comes from, and you just want to fucking murder someone suddenly, and you sit there quite quietly on your phone for ages and like, can we watch something else, please? This is fucking rubbish. Sorry.
Yeah, you do that as well, do you? Because I do that.
All the time.
Ryan's toy reviews parents, the mum and the dad, both of those motherfuckers.
I'm going to have to Google this because I've never seen Ryan's toy reviews.
That kid's worth like $1 billion.
Oh! Is this the kid? Is this the
little Chinese kid?
Yeah, it started doing toy review. Yeah, and it just took off massively. And he's only a little nipper, isn't he?
Yeah, he's tiny. He's got like little twin brother and sister. He's probably about 7. Him and his mum and dad. I mean, in all fairness, it does look like they have fun when they're playing, but fuck me, it's just exhausting. And then every 5 seconds, like, oh, can I have a Playmobil play set fire engine? I was like, no, you fucking can't.
Yeah,
it's like, you know, you're not Ryan's toy review. Jesus Christ.
What you want to do? Have you seen Fantasy Forge? Is it Fantasy Forge? I think it is.
Never heard of it.
I'm pretty sure it is. They're a company which basically make superhero weapons and stuff like that. For real though. So like they will make they've made Mjolnir, Thor's hammer, but it's actually super heavy and it's magnetic as well. So if it sticks if you put it on the ground, and a special bracelet which unlocks the magnet, so only the person wearing that bracelet can pick it up.
I have actually seen these guys. I saw that particular video. I feel like you may have sent me the link actually.
They've made like Cloud Sword from Final Fantasy VII. They've made they've made loads of stuff. The Blitz Shield from Rainbow Six. I've got my kids watching that now because
that's cool.
It's like video game stuff and it's weapons and stuff like that, but it's all how it's made, like the process behind making it, and they're starting to pick up, and they're kind of, dare I say it, they're almost learning a bit.
I feel like maybe we need to put links in the comments below because do you know Adam Savage from Mythbusters?
Yes. He's
massive into Nerf and shit like that.
Oh yeah.
And he does like custom Nerf guns. So he'll get like a shitty Nerf blaster. I hate calling them blasters, but apparently that's what they're called these days. He'll get a shitty one of them and he'll do a custom spring job and then a custom paint job and reassemble it and test it. And I have whiled away many a Sunday with the boy watching those videos. Well worth watching.
I'll tell you what, we'll drop some links in the comments for these channels then, so people can follow them if you so want. But I'd strongly recommend them because trying to find things to engage kids these days, especially in the previous year and a half with the coronavirus and everything like that, it's a nightmare trying to keep them enthusiastic about stuff. And I think how it's made videos, for some reason they fascinate them, even literally how it's made. Like we watched a video the other day how they make metal spoons. My boys loved it. Fucking loved it. I'm like, I'll tell you what, boys, for an extra special treat, once this video's finished, I've got a spoon you can play with if you want.
Oh, you lucky children.
Yeah.
Amazing.
But don't go asking for more at Christmas now. Just remember, you've had your spoon.
Yeah. And you got the teaspoon and then you got the big spoon.
Yeah. So it is annoying, like the countless hours that any parent will know that you've had to sit there just listening to shite being played on the TV. And the worst ones when you hum along to the tunes or something in a shop.
Right. What's your don't think, just answer. Least favourite kids show that your kids used to watch? 5.
Umizoomi used to annoy me quite a lot.
Umizoomi, really? I didn't mind Umizoomi so much.
I used to love it and I used to hate it. All the music and stuff I used to hate.
Yeah.
But I quite liked the learning, the educational side of it.
Yeah.
Lava as well. That's another one that I can't get my head around. I don't know if you've seen it.
I hate it, mate. That isn't my least favourite. I will explain my least favourite in a minute. But Lava, Daisy knows that, like, my boy will troll me by putting it on because he knows it fucks me off so much because they never talk. There's no talking, it's just noises.
Yeah.
And the maggots.
Yeah.
And none of it's good. The content is dreadful. It's like they've taken a lousy, shitty Chinese cartoon that may have had words in it originally and just got rid of the words and just put the noises I make when I'm hungry or eating.
Yeah, I mean, that sums it up fairly well. I can't stand it just because it's fucking weird. If you've ever watched it,
I've watched loads of it.
Yeah,
mate.
I mean, the episodes themselves, like you say, the stories are discombobulated. They don't make much sense. Sometimes they're just damn right disturbing. You know, you see ones with like animals catching fire and stuff like this.
I saw one where it was like a dating one, and I swear to God, these maggots were fucking. It was like a lady maggot, and they were down a back alleyway, and it gave off very much back alleyway blowjob vibes. It was.
To me, it strikes me very much as an animation designed by a Russian, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, like, probably was.
What's wrong with drinking and fucking? Everyone like it, even children. We do it. Yes, we make them bug flu. Yeah. Horny bugs. They drink and fuck. Children will like.
And bright colors. And there's sand and ocean and not a pigeon, seagull. Yeah, I fucking hate it. Ugh.
I think it does keep up the tradition of kids' TV programs being fucking strange, you know. And even back when I was younger, you know, like the kids' programs back when I was born, like the Magic Roundabout and all that sort of stuff. Like clearly, we were in the heyday of LSD experimentation, because
they were all named after drugs, weren't they?
Were they? I don't know.
Oh, I feel like I've seen a YouTube video, so it's probably not true.
Oh, look, here comes methamphetamine. Morning, heroin. How are you? Yes, not too bad, thanks. Crack cocaine.
I'm sure there's
Google,
there's like
Zebedee.
Maybe I'm wrong. I probably am wrong, but I think there is some sort of link on the Magic Roundabout to drugs.
Your friend that knows everything will know. What's your friend that knows everything?
Well, the one who knows everything about animals.
Oh, I thought he knew everything about everything.
He knows everything about space. I've got lots of friends.
And lots of them like to point friend, out, haven't you? Yeah.
I've got an astrophysicist friend. He likes to correct me when I'm wrong on astrophysics stuff.
So
which, incidentally, on that episode about
correct
space,
him on the comments. Yeah.
That one about space. He'd given me a bunch of interesting facts to say, and I fucked them up instantly. The second I started talking about, I was saying them wrong.
I remember that. That was so good.
Yeah, it was so good. I got a text message like he was 5 minutes in. He's like, "Is this you fucking idiot?" I was like, "Oh, whoopsie daisy." Yeah. Okay. So lava, and what was the other one you said? Umizoomi. Yeah.
I think fair enough. There's a certain. I think all kids' TV programs really have something that's quite aggravating about them because they're designed to be engaging for kids, aren't they? Which means they're repetitive. They're noisy.
I disagree.
What do you mean?
I thought Ben and Holly was absolutely brilliant.
I've never heard of Ben and Holly.
Well, I didn't know what it was until I saw they did a Game of Thrones advert for it. With the Ben and Holly characters. It had like, you know, the big long theme tune. Like all 19 minutes of it, whatever. Ben and Holly, I really enjoyed. I thought that was really funny.
I've never heard of it.
Oh, well, your kids are a little bit older, aren't they? So, and it's fine. Mine outgrew it really quickly, which was great. But the one I hate, oh God, and I fucking hate her so much. It's ridiculous. So, moved into a house many years ago. And the exact same problem, which is why Mushu has no green screen and is wearing different clothes in the second half of this podcast, internet. Now, everything fucking needs the internet these days. And we didn't have very many DVDs. There was, however, one Dora the fucking Explorer DVD. So for 3 weeks, while the internet was being connected. Oh, and that was the other thing about this house. So you got a cell phone tower here, you got a cell phone tower here, and they put these lovely big circles out, don't they?
Yeah.
Right like this. Our house was here, right in the fucking middle of it. So I couldn't even like stream on my phone to get decent internet. It was so freaking irritating. Anyway. So Dora the Explorer, until it was Sky. We had Sky fitted. That was what we were doing. So that way we could have some other telly every day, just constantly on repeat. And that busy bitch does not know went to butt the fuck out. She just gets involved in fucking everything. Her in a stupid fucking bag full of tricks, a little stupid fucking map, and that stupid swiper is the worst fucking robber in the world. She's got a monkey for a fucking friend. How does that make any sense? She's just a fucking cunt. Anyway, I really fucking hate her. As soon as Sky was fitted, I took that DVD out of the fucking thing. I took it into the garden and I hit it with an axe until it was in multiple pieces. It's like, no, I'm never watching this shit again.
So you never watched the film then, I'm assuming?
I did see the film. I could go on about that as well. Who the fuck goes adventuring in white trousers? Come on.
I really enjoyed the film. I thought it was really good.
It's fucking ridiculous. Nah, I'm still bitter about her. I hate her.
Oh, fair enough.
She is the fucking worst. Yeah, do you have no, I asked you your least favourite. Did you have a favourite? Your kids, not you, because obviously the ones that you remember as a child.
So my favourite programme that they watch?
Yeah, there's always one or two that you're like, oh, I don't mind watching that.
I don't mind Odd Squad.
Okay, fair enough. I know that one.
Yeah, just stuff with a little bit of story. It's at the end of the day, if it's fairly entertaining, I can get on with it. But generally, I don't pay attention when if they're watching something. I'll be watching something else on my phone or something like that, just so I don't get annoyed and turn homicidal.
Yeah, fair enough. But occasionally I just found myself getting sucked in. I think Mickey Flanagan did a bit about this, didn't he? He was talking about when he first had a kid. He starts getting like caught up in Thomas the Tank Engine. He's just like, he's like, oh, what's going on with Percy this week? I mean, come on. But yeah, I did. There were one or two, as I say, Ben and Holly. I didn't particularly mind watching, and there was another one. I think it was called Troom, but I'm not sure. But Daisy used to watch it, and I only liked it because one of the main characters was a cat called Bartleby, and I was just like, that is the coolest fucking name for any cat in any TV show ever. I was like, what's that fucking cat called, Daisy? Probably said those exact words. It was like, oh, it's Bartleby, Dad, and I was like, you what? Yeah, Bartleby. Like, that's so cool. That's really cool.
Can I just say, I know you don't care about my childhood, but Bagpuss from when I was younger. I don't know if you remember Bagpuss.
Oh yeah, I remember. I never got it though.
It can fuck off. What a horrible program. You've got a pink fucking cat which just makes awful noises, and then loads of tiny little weird creepy pointy mice bouncing around all over the place. It's like, and I don't understand how they made a program out of it and how it's such a big part of my childhood.
Oh mate, I completely agree. I remember that from when I was younger. Also, what was it Rosie and Jim?
Yeah, there's Rosie and Jim. Yeah,
I hated that as well. I really hated that show as a child. There were so many really terrible ones. Button Moon, basically anything that had puppets in it, I didn't like.
Finger Mouse. There's a puppet show. Do you remember Finger Mouse?
I don't remember Finger Mouse.
It was basically somebody had made a cone of paper.
Yeah.
Just by wrapping it around, painted it grey, put some whiskers on it, stuck it on their finger, and the program was basically them doing that.
Is that not Rasta Mouse?
No, Rasta Mouse is a fucking no.
I thought that was the same thing.
No, Rasta Mouse is animated little knitted things, isn't it? I don't know.
Oh, I don't fucking know.
No, Finger Mouse was literally the shittest thing in the world. It was just a piece of paper on someone's finger, waggling around while someone spoke.
Well, it's good to see that the quality of TV shows is still dog shit.
Yeah.
Oh, were your kids young enough for the Hey Dougie stick song?
No, I've avoided that.
No, I thought that was so fucking funny. Clearly, the producers of Hey Dougie were ex-1990 ravers, because there was just out of the blue, there was the stick song, and it's literally stick, sticky, sticky, stick, sticky, stick, and like this Hey Dougie song, it's literally just like a 90s rave track.
Sounds aggravating.
Oh, it is, but it was just so funny because I wasn't expecting it. It was one of those ones that you're just ignoring, and then like you walk out of the room, and you walk back in, and you're like, what the fucking's happened? Why is that big red dog raving? I was like, am I tripping here? It's like, am I getting like flashbacks? Is this the second wave 10 years later? It's like, what the fuck is happening? But yeah, I thought that was genius.
I think there's a fine line with, especially with kids' TVs, between it being weird for the sake of it. Like some of it's just really strange, and I don't see that they'll ever gain anything from watching it. And other stuff is genuinely quite interesting and educational. And I think there's such a fine line. And sometimes I watch things and I'm like, is this bollocks or is it genius? I can't work it out. And I mean, the kids don't give a shit. They just sit there, just rooted to it anyway. It's as soon as that TV goes on, I become invisible. Certainly.
Oh yeah, it's perfect. It's the only time you get a cup of tea and a cigarette, isn't it?
Well, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, ridiculous.
Okay, so what were we saying? Hello? Oh, what's going on?
I'm just fucking with you. I'm literally just fucking with you.
Fucking! I was just about to fucking. I was literally just about to throw my keyboard through the door or something. Like that's so mean, man.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Everybody. I just couldn't help myself.
It was worth the dead air just to confuse me.
Yeah. So we've been having so many internet problems. I was literally just not moving.
just trying to get me. Yeah, cheers for that, mate.
Yeah, it did. So, to schools.
Oh, now I've got a bit to say about this.
Go for it.
Well, no, to be honest, I've said in previous episodes most of what I have to say about this, but I will reiterate that school playgrounds at the dropping off and picking up times are the worst place in existence. I honestly believe that if I die and I find out that God exists and there's a heaven and a hell, that hell will be a school playground full of mums waiting to pick up their kids. It's always annoyed me, right? It's always annoyed me, even before the coronavirus, because generally speaking, and I'm not gonna encapsulate everyone in this, the mums at my school and dads in a few cases just have so little appreciation of anything happening outside their little bubble. Like they'll walk along in a group, they'll stop smack bang in the middle of the gate to have a chat because that's where someone else happens to be that they want to chat to. Fuck the 50 people that are trying to get in behind them, and then they just literally clog everywhere. And since coronavirus, it's been so much worse because you've got all of these social distancing guidelines and everything like that, and then you still get the big groups of fucking parents, like 12 strong, all just huddled in a group, moaning about how like no one's abiding by coronavirus rules and we're going to be in lockdown forever. And it's like, look at you pricks! There's a fucking whole bunch of you spread out, for fuck's sake. And it's just so hypocritical and aggravating. And
I actually I quite like the playground now because of coronavirus, because most people seem to be spread out. It's there's way less of the. I mean, there's still a couple of groups that hang around all over the place. But but forgetting that, I always go to the exact same spot in the playground. Do you have that? Do you have that one same spot? Like, I will always go there. And if I go in that spot and someone else is in it, I'm just like, well, what the fuck am I meant to do now? And so, like, I got this one bit and I stand, and it's fairly close to the door. It's in like there's a small little alcove. I wait there. That is where I wait, and then I get Fred, and then we run down to the other end of the school to go and get Daisy. Because if I'm 3 seconds too late, she always ends up in after school club. I'm like, why would you send her there? She's not meant to be there. And then I've got to wait 15 minutes for them to go and find her in after school club.
I'm going to be there. I'm not going to. It's not like I'm just going to. I'll forget about Daisy today. I'll pick her up tomorrow. She'll be fine. They know you're going to turn up. But yeah,
I'm just down the other
two.
end of the fucking school. But we take it to me and Freddie. So my kid's school is like a long building, and then there's a fence that runs all the way down the outside, and that's where what you were saying about how everybody congregates.
Yeah.
Like there have been multiple emails sent out about people congregating on that road, but me and him, we just don't even bother now. We just walk along the school wall. There's like a gate that you can open. You're not drinking. You're drinking from a glass like a civilized human being. You haven't got a 2-litre bottle of pop.
I'm around the girlfriend's house, aren't I? She's an actual normal human. She has cutlery, glasses, stuff like this. You know, she doesn't live like a savage.
Pizza slice.
She probably has actually. Like, Rach, just a quick nod. Do you have a pizza slicer? No, she doesn't. No. There we go. She's a little bit savage. Maybe I'm rubbing off on her a little bit.
Yeah, clearly. Well,
you never know. But yes, I am drinking from a glass.
And send it to you. Look at that. It's so fancy, everybody. Have you ever seen anything like it?
I know. Yes.
Yeah. So we don't even go down the pavement anymore. We run down the school bit, which I always previously felt like I was being a bit naughty. But now every time I walk down it, I'm like, now we go down there. There's too many fucking people over there and get down. But yeah, since coronavirus, I don't mind the playground so much now. There are a lot.
The other thing
spread out.
The other thing since the old COVID lockdowns is the people that do observe social distancing but have no fucking control over their kids. And the amount of times I'm stood there just minding my own business in my own little bubble, and I've got other people's kids like literally right up against me, and I'm like looking at them being like, coronavirus, get your fucking control this thing. And they're completely oblivious because their kids clean, and it doesn't matter. My kid won't pass you. It's just fucking aggravating. Like, just take it and fucking fuck off with it. You're here to pick it up, not chat and let it run around and aggravate everyone else. It's fucking really annoying.
I honestly, mate, I'm so antisocial in the playgrounds. I'd never specifically rude to people, but the majority of people just leave me alone. It works perfectly for me. I used to wear headphones in the playground, but then I thought I was being a bit too rude, so I stopped doing that.
I still do sometimes.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, because I mean, this podcast aside, I am a massive introvert. I'm not a big one for talking. I don't mind this because, as far as I'm concerned, I'm talking to you. All the people that watch it at a later date mean nothing. Obviously mean
nothing to me. But it doesn't. To me.
It doesn't play on my mind that I'm talking to more people than just you at the moment. Yeah. In school though, there's one, it's almost like my arch nemesis is the chatty dad. Mums are fine. Mums like talking to other mums. They hang out in groups of mums.
Yeah, they do.
Chatty dads, they just wander. They wander around the playground looking for other dads to latch onto, friend dads, like host dads, if you will, like parasites. They'll latch onto you. They'll be like, "There's a dad. He's not talking to anyone. He's not engaged in anything. I'm going to go and talk." And you see them like lock eye contact, and as soon as you make eye contact, you're fucked. Right across. Yeah. Oh shit, he's seen me. Oh, he's coming. He's walking over here, and they sort of walk over with that look like, I've got something great to tell you. Like, here they come. Look, here they come. Look, maybe I could just look at this tree and pretend. So, you all right, mate? You all right, mate? How are you doing? Oh, fuck, here we go. And another conversation. And you've got to find some common ground that you can both talk about. And as well that the whole conversation, as awkward as it is made all the more awkward because all of the mums and dads around you are listening in on your conversation to see what you've got to say. And it's even worse when they've got an outrageous opinion or something like that. Like I had one of the dads come up to me in the school ground, and not quietly, he's come up to me. "How's it going, mate? You all right?" Yeah, not too bad. How are you? Like, "Yeah, got to go and have a word with the teachers in a minute because they've been picking on my little one again. Like, they're all fucking Nazis here, aren't they?" I'm like, and, he's involved me in this conversation. I've got all the teachers sort of, you can see their ears prick up, the ones that are on the gates, just like, "Oh, Nazis, are we?" I'm like, I'm sort of looking like, I'm not involved in this conversation. I think you're fine. But
you should be like, "Nah, it can't be. He's a Jew. He's a Jew. He's a Jew. They're not in a fucking gas chamber, are they, dickhead?" For fuck's sake.
You've just awakened my inner raver because all I've got in my head now is, "He's a Jew. He's a Jew. He's a Jew."
Oh, Shaman, what a tune.
I know.
A got a guy in this place, he's got a bit of sweet face. He goes, but everybody's good. Yeah, anyway. Speaking of singing, Mushu.
I know, it is coming. It's, I could take 2 minutes just to explain the situation that I've been in just recently. There has been quite a few things going on in my personal life, which has meant that making time to do things for the podcast has been tricky at best. Hence the the moving house, everything like that. It's not an excuse. I appreciate that I made a promise. I do have to fulfill that promise. It will turn up at some point, but you may have to be patient for the next week or so.
Okay, cool. I just thought we should address it. The elephant in the room.
I cannot thank you enough for reminding me. That's what a true friend should do. Well done. It certainly doesn't make you a cunt.
Yeah. Anyway, going back to playgrounds and schools. There's one dad. Oh God, I'm such a cold cunt. Honestly.
Well, we better hope that he's not listening.
It won't be. It doesn't matter anyway because he's a manager at Royal Mail now. He works for the post office, and I used to bump into him occasionally. And I never used to talk to him at the playground for love nor fucking money.
This isn't one of these. I've got a friend who situations, is it? You're not talking about yourself here, No. Stunningly handsome chap he is with an enormous penis, but. Yeah. Carry on.
Well, I've heard he's got quite the hog, but he's also short, balding, and yeah. Anyway, so he used to work up the airport, and I used to go up there when I was doing collections, and I'd see him occasionally. And like when you have there's people that you have conversations with, and they're just sort of a bit too quiet and a bit too Rolf Harrisy in their delivery of words, and hi. Yeah, a bit like that. I get immensely frustrated with that. I work with a guy who's very much like that, and everybody's a little bit mean about it. Whereas I'm just like, right, stop mumbling and tell me what you've got to say. We just got to get this out. It's like just slow down, think of the words, and then say them. None of this. Yeah. Anyway, so he's like that. Anyway, I would be polite to him because his little kid and Daisy, they're friends, and he's a lovely little boy. And then the motherfucker got promoted and was doing his training in my office. Now, I think I've explained how my level of sociableness in the office. I wear big headphones, listen to audiobooks or podcasts, sometimes even music. And if I've got those on, as a rule, I'm not really talking to anybody. I will take them off, but I do that thing of when someone starts talking to me and I've got them on, I hold my finger up. I'm like, ah. When it stops, I'm like, what did you want? Anyway, so this guy becomes a manager. And obviously we've got a shared interest. Our kids are in the same class. And I go to the manager's office to claim some overtime or something. And randomly, he's got a picture of my daughter on his phone from a birthday party they went to. They're like, oh, Sam, here's your number. I've got this photo to send over to you. And I was like, why have you got a picture of my daughter? He's like, oh, it's from a birthday party. He's like, oh, I'll send it to you. Give us your number. I was like, nah. like, you could just delete that. It's absolutely fine. I was like, or find Vicky on Facebook. I mean, I'm sure she'll want it, but I mean, I'm immensely uncomfortable in this conversation right now. It's just like, this isn't fucking happening.
It's not. I mean, you can know these people, and you can be like fairly sure that there's nothing sinister about anything, but it's just a weird situation to be in, isn't it? Like,
yeah.
I mean, I've ended up with photos of other people's kids. Because like at a birthday party or something like that, and you're just like snapping whatever.
Yeah.
It does happen, but it's just, I don't know. It's not the sort of thing you want someone to come up and say like, "Oh, I've got a picture of your kid on my phone. Do you want to see it?"
Yeah, it threw me
to
six.
Delete it. That'd be wonderful.
Yeah. I just
like to not have pictures of my kids. That would be
great. Yeah, because there's nothing nefarious about it. I mean,
sure.
I won't say lovely. He's not a lovely guy. I don't know him, but yeah, he came up like to start a conversation, and it was just so immensely awkward. He was like literally asking me things about my frame. He's like, "Oh, so you throw the post in, do you?" And I was like, "Yep, trying to." Yeah, my other managers came round, and they, because obviously he had said that he knew me through the school and all of that sort of stuff, and I'm not a participator at all. I went to like my boys' first lunch, when they first go in, and you've got to go for lunch with them, so sort of thing. Do you have that in yours?
Yeah, they do like I've been to one of them. It didn't go down very well. I got really told off by the dinner lady, and I didn't want to go back.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't get told off. I was fairly nice in that situation. I sat down at a table, and then the table I sat down filled up with people. And then there was a lady sat on her own on the table next to me with nobody else. And it felt like I was on the table with people being mean to this other this other lady.
So you're back in school.
I was just like, this ain't my style. So I stood up because the kids weren't there at this point. I just looked at everyone, didn't say anything, and went and sat at this other table. And I was like, you're on your own. I felt weird for you, so I'm just going to sit here if that's all right. Just say you're not on your own on the table, because that whole table, which was empty, is now really full. It wasn't so much that I was being nice because this person was sat on their own. It was more of a case that I didn't want to be sat on a table with like 10 other parents.
Yeah.
I'm a bad human being.
It's the same. It's the same with like Christmas plays and all that sort of stuff. I mean, I'm assuming that somewhere in every school policy there is some sort of clause that says when inviting parents onto the premises, you have to sit them as close as humanly possible to each other, just to make it really uncomfortable. And
so comfortable.
I'm not a tiny guy. You're not a tiny guy. I think we've both established we're both big boys.
With our small talk.
But they always sit me near the front. You walk in and they're just like, if you'd just like to sit here, and you look at all these little tiny camp chairs, like
the kiddies chairs as well, aren't they?
Yeah, and you're like, okay, thanks. And I'm always behind. There's like a couple of little old ladies or something come to watch their grandchildren. I'm sat right in front of them, just like, poof. It must be like someone's built a wall, like Donald Trump's come along and just shut off Mexico in front of them. The poor guys. I always feel terrible for it, but you got to sit where you got to sit.
I've never had that experience. There's like a church associated to the school my kids go to. So whenever they've got their terrible Christmas plays, brilliant Christmas plays, there's like upper bleachers.
You don't have to flower it up. We're all aware that like when kids do things like kids can't act, they're not very good at drawing. You always paint like stick their paintings on the fridge, but we all know they're shit.
I've got one of Freddie's up on the fridge, and I've kept it because it's a zombie apocalypse picture that he painted. But he can't spell very well, so he went to write pew 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 pew, and he wrote poo 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 poo, and every time I see it, it just gives me a little chuckle. Poo 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 poo. Yeah, that's the only bit of kid artwork that's remained up on any of my stuff.
Yeah, but I'm not a big fan of those sort of things either, because they're just uncomfortable, and the seats aren't comfy, and
I'm a total dick at these things. So before Corona, Daisy was in one, and I'm quite obvious. And usually, when these things happen, I'm working. So I work up until about 15 minutes. Oh, pardon me. About 15 minutes before school finishes is roughly when I finish, and I zoom back to the office, pick up my car, and go get the kids. I'm always in uniform. If I'm not, then I've had a really good day, and I've managed to go and get changed. And I'm usually in a better mood, and I'm a bit more friendly to people, actually, which is ridiculous because you'd think being in the Royal Mail uniform I'd be really friendly to everybody, but that's when I'm usually at my most antisocial. But it's because I haven't stopped since 5 a.m.
You're probably in robot mode, I'd imagine.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, morning, hi, thanks, great. Yeah, but I don't swear in my uniform. My other one, I'm just like, oh, fucking hell. Anyway, so usually when these things are happening, I have just come from my duty, and I've arranged that. Work are really, really good. They don't care what you do as long as you get all the work done. And if you need to do something that's going to make your day longer, obviously you can't claim. But if you want to take an extra long break in the middle, they haven't got a problem as long as you finish the work. So I'll be there, and it means I'll be in like a bright orange jacket, so I stand out like a sore thumb. So it doesn't matter, and I'm massive. There's like 1, 2 at most other parents, bigger or all the same size as me, kicking around. And the last time I went to see Daisy do something, I'm right at the back, and she clocks me and does a big smile, and then I do this to her. I'm such a wanker. I'm just such a wanker. I go like this. Tell me if you know what I mean.
I think you smell.
Yeah. Which I did to her. So she pisses herself laughing and then does it back to me. But obviously I can see it, but so can every other person.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
You see, I went to. I remember my oldest Ben. He very, very potentially very proud moment when he got picked to be in a pantomime for over the Christmas period at Shanklin Theatre. Quite the prestigious thing. And so I went there for his matinee performance. Obviously, ready to be a proud father, right there in the front seat, ready to watch it.
Yeah.
So he's come on stage. They've all come on stage. He's clocked me, and he's just shouted down. He's like, "There's a toilet backstage. I've just been for a poo." And you sort of look around and you realise everyone knows.
Said, good job.
Everyone knows he's yours, and there's no getting out of it. I was just like, yeah, been for a shit apparently. On call. Yeah, God bless him.
Oh, you gotta love him. Just brilliant. He's probably well proud of himself.
Yeah, probably is. Yeah, he's
I had a poo in a strange toilet, Dad. It's amazing.
He loves the stage now. He can't get him off it. He loves it.
Oh no! Have you got a thespian child?
He's a dancer. He likes dancing and that sort of stuff.
Fair enough.
Yeah, he's always liked street dance. He used to do ballet for a while as well, but he's always loved dancing. And the other one's a singer. So my oldest can dance, but when he sings, bless him, he sounds like someone rattling a can of loose change. And then my youngest one, he's got the coordination of a drunk camel, but he can hold a tune pretty well. He's got quite a nice voice. So between the two of them, they might actually get somewhere.
Yeah, they'd be like Jedward.
I think if they're like Jedward, I'll have to just kill myself.
Yeah. Did you see those two idiots were shaving their head for charity?
Oh, really? No, I didn't see that. But
it's one of the situations I got myself blocked on Facebook. I got a ban from the BBC website because I wrote, I would quite happily sponsor them to cut their tongues out. Now, apparently, that's aggressive. I was just trying to be funny and mildly serious because I genuinely would sponsor cutting their tongues out.
Yeah, I'd be well behind that. Like start an e-petition or something like that.
Yeah,
shut Jedward the hell up
permanently.
Banned. That's excessive.
I thought so too. It was only a 24-hour one. I mean,
can I just say, just talking about shaving heads, have you seen that thing on Facebook? It's going around Facebook at the moment about that guy with his dog.
No.
Right.
Yeah, go for it.
Right. This is something you just have to see because it's brilliant. Basically, this guy decided to give his dog a haircut.
Oh God.
And he shaved its head. And the post said, "I've just shaved my dog's head and now I want to leave the country." Right.
Oh, fucking hell.
Check out this bad boy. Can you see that?
Pinch for bit. Oh my God. That dog looks demented. What's he done with his ears? Why has he got human ears?
I don't know what's going on there. I don't know if it's... Yeah, I've never noticed the ears. Why are the ears like that?
That's unnerving. Why would you start with the head?
Either way, if you're going to shave your dog's head like that, you're a psychopath. And there's no way in hell that I would ever live anywhere near a dog like that. Could you imagine the neighbours? You take that thing out for a walk. I'm just out walking my fucking harpy creature. I don't know what it is, but... God,
that's really fucked up, man. No, I've never seen it because I've been thinking about shaving my cat. Because he's long-haired, the summer's come in and he's getting a bit old and he just isn't grooming himself properly, so he's getting a bit tatty.
Yeah.
And it's such a fucking nightmare, but he's ginger. And as you well know, with regards to gingers, they
have no
soul. Feisty.
Sorry,
they have no soul.
Oh, yeah, sorry, they're feisty. That's the one, yeah.
Feisty is what I was getting at.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's really difficult to get them out without basically getting mauled and scratched to death. And he doesn't really like me because for like the last couple of months I've been getting tat after tat after tat out of his fur, and I've got clippers, and I'm just like,
can I?
Do I just bite the bullet, get some oven gloves on, and just and he's so fluffy. He's magnificent specimen of a cat. But I was like, his head's fine, so leave his head all fluffy.
If I were to give you any advice, I'm not an animal groomer or anything like that, but I would say please get it done professionally, because it's exactly the sort of job that you'd start off doing, realize that it's an absolute fucking nightmare, have to abandon, and then realize you've just like shaved half a cat or something like that, and the thing looks ridiculous. So it's probably best getting it done professionally, I would imagine, but it's up to you, isn't it?
I get annoyed having to pay the better part of 20 quid to get my hair cut, which I appreciate there is a lot of it. So currently,
is that how much it costs? Is that how much a haircut costs?
It used to cost a tenner, and then Corona kicked in, and now apparently my hair has to be washed by the hairdresser every time I fucking go in there, and it's like 18 quid or something, which is basically 20 in my opinion. But I haven't been since November. It says, I'll hook a little bit here. Someone at work, one of the mechanics I go to, look at that. That's right below my eye. I like an emo or a Dulux dog. It's fucking irritating. One of the mechanics was like, "Oh, why are you wearing shorts, a jacket, and a woolly hat?" It was like, pick a season, dickhead. And I was just like, well, I'm wearing shorts because I'm a postman. I'm wearing a coat because I haven't taken it off, and the hat is to hide my shame because it's so fucking bad at the moment. It's just.
See, I have exactly the opposite. Once obviously I do my head myself. And when I've done my head, which I've done today, hats don't stay on me.
Do they slip off?
Beanie hats won't stay on me because the elastic just makes them slide up, so they just end up sitting on top of my head like a tea cozy.
Oh God, first world problems.
yeah, absolutely.
Oh, I didn't know that was a thing. That's absolutely amazing. You do have a certain amount of shine to your head today, actually.
Well, I've got my vanity light on as well. I don't.
Oh, okay. Have you got your youth filters on too?
There's no filters on this one, no. I normally look this fantastic, to be honest. It's a gift. I don't know.
It's a gift. Okay, so things that changed with you once you became a parent. Would you like examples, or are you?
I can give you one straight away.
Go.
I stopped caring about having human shit on me. That's a fairly big change that happened. Previous to having children, I would do everything I possibly could to avoid having human shit on me. After having kids, it's kind of like, it's still not pleasant, but you're like, that's either chocolate or shit. And that's about as bad as it gets. I have been brave before. Yeah, it's chocolate. I knew it was.
Woo!
Yeah, but that's the biggest change. Things that would have possibly grossed me out beforehand don't so much now.
Did your kids ever make you vom? Because Freddie made me vom once.
I've got a very, very strong stomach when it comes to queasy sort of stuff like that.
I remember changing one of his nappies, and I thought I was right on top of it and it was the perfect timing, but realistically I should have left it for 10 more seconds so the nappy could do its job. And it was just like a fetid, shitty, pissy swamp of nastiness. And the smell hit me and the visuals hit me, and I ended up just running, and I hit the toilet. I was lucky, but he was just left there in a big shitty puzzly mess on the fucking floor. Well, I'm like, oh fuck. It was so bad.
I think everyone, I think a lot of people will be able to relate to the shit pump though. When you're changing, like especially with newborns.
You lift their legs up, it just comes out like a
it's literally machine. Like you lift them up and over, and what you don't realise you're doing is putting pressure on the bit that stores all of it. And with it not being particularly solid, effectively what you're doing is you're creating a shit cannon made out of baby. And I think I can't be the only one out there that's literally fired it all over themselves when you think you're safe. Oh, I'll just give this a wipe. It's quite a clean one. You go in all smart, like, whoop, oh God, and then you don't. I used to just stand there and scream.
Just scream.
Just scream for a bit, and they'd be like, right. So in the shower, change, everything like that. But I think everyone's been covered at some point. But I think it just gets a lot less gross when it's sort of your kids.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Well, I haven't. I've never done that. I've never turned them into a Mr. Whippy machine. No, I was quite careful in that respect.
You kind of missed out, mate. I mean, it's not pleasant.
No,
it's kind of cool.
They've done it, but I've been at that point. It's like with boys in particular. The second that cold air hits them, they just start taking a leak everywhere. I've always just been pretty lucky with regards to just getting that nappy back over. So I'm like, whoa! But like, I remember my sister changing Jacob. I mean, you know Jacob. He used to work for you. When he was a little boy. He was just like a little pissing hose. And there were times where she'd be there with her hands cupping it, sort of trying to like Mr. Fantastic, trying to aim it back into the nappy. It's just like this all over the fucking place. It's just going everywhere.
That's the worst thing. I mean, trying to change a nappy anyway on a baby when it's wriggling everywhere. Like they go through a stage, don't they? Like they go through that beautiful potato stage where they're literally, you put them somewhere and they just stay there.
Yeah.
But then there's that sort of weird transition between that and crawling, where they can't move anywhere, but what they can do is kind of flip themselves over with this kind of like pneumatic force. And it's and everyone, I don't care what you say, everyone has ended up just holding the baby's legs whilst the top end just goes apeshit, trying to get away. Trying to keep hold of it. And that's difficult enough, but when you then add a nice little piss fountain to it, it just seems like there's got to be an easier way, like outsourcing it or something like that.
Outsourcing it for nannies, yeah. Well, that would be the dream, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah, yeah, too right.
Yeah, it's gross. They're just horrible things, aren't they?
Yeah, I've got no idea why I love my kids, because they're just horrible little gross, fucking dirty, demanding beasts. But God bless them, I love them.
They're funny though, aren't they? That's the thing.
Yeah.
Well, looking, I suppose.
Speak for yourself.
No, I agree. I don't. It must be like some sort of built-in natural trait, because again, I love mine to pieces. They crease me up. They drive me to insanity as well. Just ridiculously.
Have you ever noticed that, like, other kids doing things that your kids do, and realised that it instantly annoys you when other kids do it, but when your kids do it, it's kind of all right?
Everything my kids do drives me insane.
Oh, you just get wound up by everything. Cool. Right.
Yeah, well, not so much wound up. The only thing that I do like is when they sing along to songs really loudly in the car. They give it some real gusto. I love that.
My boys, God bless them. One of my favourite things about them is their taste in music.
Yeah.
Because they'll ask for different things every time they come in. Like some days they'll get in, they'll ask for normal kid stuff. Like, do you know this song by Jason Derulo? I do know it, and I'm never playing it in this car, so get that out of your head.
Yeah.
But 9 times out of 10, they'll jump in. They'll be like, "Can we listen to Dropkick Murphys, or can we listen to Five Finger Death Punch?" And it's always like good bands, like bands that I don't mind playing. Or My Happy Music. I love ska punk music. As such, they've developed that as well. So they'll be like, "Can we listen to Real Big Fish or something like that?"
Very nice.
And it makes journeys so much easier when the kids like decent music, because it keeps them happy, and it keeps me happy.
I have so in this respect, because obviously we talked about this the other week, that I like to play lots of different music to the kids, and that way they know lots of different things. But movies at the moment, their soundtracks are just fucking awesome, and it's really like opening my kids' eyes to great music. Like the Minions movies have got loads of wicked 80s stuff on there. We watched a hideous film the other day, absolutely hideous, called Yesterday. It was fantastic, but now my kids are just like, "Can we have a Yesterday?" I was like, "No, not a fucking chance."
My kids were trying to get me to watch this the other day, and I managed to escape it.
The film-wise, it was genuinely okay.
Okay.
And there's a bit in it where the dad is listening to Faith No More. I had got to the point where I'd forgotten about Faith No More. And then I heard it and I was like, motherfucker, I haven't listened to them in forever. So now we listen to, like the song Epic.
Yep.
Yeah. It's a cracking song. I mean, I only like 3 or 4 of their tunes. But yeah, I'd totally forgotten about that tune. And it was in that. And a second I heard it, I was like, oh my God, I haven't listened to that in forever. So I put it on in the car and they're both like, yes, they. And now they listen to it and they rap along to it, they sing along to it, and there's a bit where it gets a little bit shouty. I can't remember the exact words, but it's like 3 or 4 words just repeated over and over, isn't it?
Yeah.
I never knew what those words were, but they've got young people hearing and heard those
what
words.
What is this?
Yeah, it's something like, what is this? Yeah, it's that bit. And they will both scream the car down while it's going on, and nothing makes me happier than that. I mean, it certainly beats What Does the Fox Say, which, I mean, also makes me chuckle when they sing that. Did you try the What Did the Fox Say thing on your kids?
No. I'm not getting them into that.
No. But did you say it to them when they're ignoring you?
No.
Oh,
what is it?
Well, you know the song What Does the Fox Say? Yeah. Okay. So when my kids, like pretty much every child out there, are focused on a tablet or a TV or a game or something like that, and you talk to them, they ignore you. Yeah. I found that if they're ignoring you, if you just say, what does the fox say? My 2 in particular will immediately start going, a ding, 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 ding.
That's genius.
It works really well, but they've got to know the fucking song in the first place. If they don't, then they just keep ignoring you.
I think my favorite music moment when I just loved it was I was giving one of Ben's friends a lift home from school as well, and I don't do this very often, but on this occasion, I can't remember why, but they needed someone to pick the kid up. So I was like, yeah, I don't mind. So we've all got in the car.
Is this one of your playground friends?
Ben's like, can we put on Atlas by Parkway Drive? Right. And I don't know if you've ever heard Parkway Drive, but they're quite heavy. Very heavy. And so I stuck this song on, and the kid asked me to turn it off. Can you turn it off, please? I don't like it. It's scary. Oh yeah, go on then. I was like, good choice though, Ben. Yeah, we'll listen to it when he's got out of the car.
Yeah, once that wetty's out of the car.
Yeah, no, I'm very pleased with my boy's choice of music so far. Yeah. I can put up with the odd Nicki Minaj song and all that because generally they know some fairly decent stuff. So.
Oh God, I got to be so careful. What was I listening to the other? That song 212. I'm only in a 212. Yeah, well, I didn't know the words to that.
Oh,
it says it's so rude. Yeah, I put that on.
The radio edit, and then there's the non-radio edit.
Yeah, I had the non-radio edit, and when she's going on about a cunt getting eaten repeatedly over and over, I was just like, no. And it's when you really trying to skip a song that all technology seems to fail.
Everything fails, yeah.
Like tapping my watch over and over.
Repeats over the word, cunt getting eaten, and all that. It's just like, no. Turn it off. Just turn off the whole car, throw the keys.
Yeah, exactly that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a nightmare, and I quite like that song as well. When the book I was reading, somebody mentioned it, then a really, really good bit happened in this book. So now when I hear that song, I'm like literally replaying that segment in my head. It's fucking great. But yeah, that was a dangerous song. I didn't know they were the fucking words.
See, my boys are great because they'll hear a song on the radio and then they'll ask me to put it on, and obviously I play it through like Google Play or whatever.
Yeah.
And so it'll be the non-radio edit, and if a swear word pops out, they both shit themselves and they'll be like, "I'm sorry, Dad, I didn't realise we didn't know there was a swear word. We listened to it on the radio." And well, that's all right. And we've talked about swearing in earlier on, so we know.
Yeah,
I mean,
I genuinely think you need to start employing the car word section in your life, mate. It's such a nice treat for them. They just love it. Mine came back from the island today, okay, and when they left, I was like, remember your P's and Q's. No fucking swearing. I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear that you've been swearing. Yeah. And then I turned to Daisy and I was like, "This is specifically a rule to you. No stealing." Anyway, they come back and Daisy's first thing she says is like, "I didn't steal a single thing." And they get him into the car and they're like, we're in the car. Does that mean we can swear again? And I was like, no. Did you swear on the Isle of Wight? And they're like, no, nothing. No swears at all. And it's like, well done. You can each swear once.
Yeah.
Freddie's immediately like, fuck at the top of his voice. And Daisy, she sat there a little while longer. She's like, can I say the C word? I was like, no, we spoke about this. You're never to say the C word. And she's like, okay, motherfucker.
It's like that video, that kid in it. Can I say a bad word? Can I say a bad word? Can I say a bad word? It's like, yes, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Bless
She was
her.
dead proud of herself. So I feel like we're running out of time. I'm not sure how long we've been recording, but I think we're going to have to cut the pacifist pick this time and think about wrapping up.
I think that's possibly a good idea. We have gone off on super tangents, and it's been difficult to gauge as well where it's been spread over a couple of days for the recording.
Yeah.
And we've had internet issues and other such dramas, which we've overcome like champions, by the way. I think that's probably a good idea.
Yeah. I'm just I'm not entirely sure how long we've been going for, because
but that's not to say there's not more to talk about. So if there is anything that anyone wants specifically to discuss or anything like that, or any further stories, stick them on the page, stick them on the Facebook page, YouTube page, or whatever, and we'll have a look over them. We can always revisit this at a later date, I guess.
Yeah, we do try and address it, and honestly, we absolutely love your feedback. We love hearing about how crazy your kids are. It's
the previous post with the list as well. It was such good engagement.
Oh my god,
I love it. We love it when everyone gets in touch. So yeah, please do.
We're also trying to work on our Facebook page so that you can actually post shit up there. We don't know why it doesn't fucking work. So please get in contact if you're experienced in the ways of setting up Facebook pages. Why the fuck can't you guys post on our page?
Yeah.
Have you got any? Is it blowing your mind as well? Because I don't know what we're fucking doing wrong on there.
I keep going through stages of thinking like Facebook's broken or I'm a retard, and I can't work out which one. Oh, it could be both.
Nah, it's definitely Facebook works fine.
Oh well, that's it. Well, in which case, if anyone who listens isn't a retard, could you please let us know how to fix that? Because that'd be really handy. And everyone else, just follow and like and do all that sort of stuff. Like, subscribe, go on YouTube, drop some subscribes. We need to get the YouTube channel popping as well if we can. But yeah, like I say, we can revisit this at any time. Drop comments.
Yeah, I mean, kids constantly, that's the one good thing about them, isn't it? They're constantly endless
new
sources
ways to ruin your life. Yeah. Brilliant.
To ruin your life. It's so harsh.
I know, right. I don't mean any of it. Yeah, cool.
Farewell then.
Yeah, too late. Until next time.